And give me a 3, 2, 1 countdown. We're live here on 88.7 KWDM, The Point, for a great first weekend of high school football. Friday night lights. Well, not lights yet, but we'll get to that in a little bit once game time starts. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I'm Ian Nelson, now a senior, alongside my 2-year running now partner, Johnny Reynolds. And we got a newbie. He's a sophomore this year who's going to take the reins starting next season, Cole Sunderman. We got a great broadcast. It's rivalry weekend. It's loud. We got Valley, Dowling, #1 Dowling Catholic Maroons taking on the #5 Valley Tigers. We got started a little late. We're right about set to kick off. Quick first thing, Johnny.
We got an amazing game of the week. You couldn't ask for anything better. You know, Valley, a team who hasn't really won this game a lot in the regular season. Can they pull this off today? Dowling bringing a lot of experience, though.
Conley Hahn to kick it off. 2 of the Maroons to start this one. And it's returned. That's Jeffrey Roberts, the transfer from Ames, Iowa. He's a 4-star Iowa State commit. Hit hard at the 22-yard line. What a great way to set this mood for this Tiger defense. Hit Jeffrey Roberts hard, a little more than what you would like, a 22-yard return after he bobbled it a little bit. But now we will see number 16, Joey Nahas, the quarterback for the Dowling Catholic Maroons. He's 6 foot 190. He's got that normal high school quarterback frame. He's a senior. He was the backup last season, but now after splitting reps, he's got the main target. 2 wide, moving from left to right. Fake handoff. Actually, it's a real handoff. He's got space. That's number 5, Ian Middleton, the running back linebacker mix. He's a big guy, 5'9", 215. He's got that power back build and a nice little gain of about 8 to make it a 2nd and 2 to start this ball game for the Maroons.
Yeah, they go right to Middleton, up the gut. He is a force to be reckoned tonight. He can really play all dynamics of the football, man. He just went right up the gut right there.
Yeah. Now, it's a pitch, or I guess really a shuttle play to #1, Sam Drexel. Drexel, he's got some speed, moving down the sideline, taken down, pushed out of bounds, around at the 44. They'll mark it at the, I'd say, 43-yard line. So way more than they needed, but they moved the chains to make it another first down, and they spotted at the 42-yard line to be exact. This Dowling Catholic Maroon offensive line is one of the biggest we see in Class 5A. They got some size, especially from number 77, Carter Barrett, the sophomore. 6'6", 285. He's only a sophomore, but already got 4 stars. Now 3 wide receivers to the left. 1 man in the backfield. It's a fake. Ooh, hit hard. Jeffrey Roberts was hit hard by #1, Micaiah Layla. Sure, not the tallest, but he's got the power that he needed to knock out that pass to Jeffrey Roberts from Nahas.
It's going to be interesting, and it's a big test for this Valley defense. Not very experienced. You had a lot of great players last year, so they need to adapt tonight. And this is a big opportunity. Can they hold here at about midfield?
Yeah, 2nd and 10 now, 11:08 on the clock as we start this one. In high school, 12-minute quarters, unlike the college where it's 15, 3 minutes less, but no less energy. We see that from this stadium. It's a hostile rivalry as Nahas, he drops back. He feels the pressure incoming. 3 Tigers on him and tackle him into the sideline.
Boom. Dustin Hersberg came out right there with a huge tackle. When you're bringing up about 3rd and 11 here, can the Tigers get a big stop on rivalry weekend?
Yeah, they need it now. It's about 3rd and 10, actually. Yeah, 3rd and 10. Nahas was just able to get to the line of scrimmage before he was taken out of bounds. 10:35 on this clock. Now, this Dowling Catholic Maroon offense is a very special one. They use a lot of specialized receivers and just different positions. They got 3 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 man in the backfield. And Middleton, fake handoff. Nahas now. He's got some space. Left side receiver. Roberts can't catch it. Great defense. It was 4-star on 4-star. Roberts versus McGregory, and McGregory shows up big on that one. Jaden McGregory, he's a 4-star from Valley, the Louisville commit. He had a lot of big programs wanting him. He chose to go down to the south in Louisville, Kentucky, and we can see why. He's got that presence on the defense. And McGregory's not a guy you want to face up against. He had 3 interceptions last year, 1 pick six. That was in the state championship game against who? The Dowling Catholic Maroons, which really sealed the deal and let them. Now the punt from Dowling. It's a big one, kind of. It's to the 20. Received
McGregory.
McGregory, he's got some space. He did have a punt return touchdown last season, but he's taken down at the 27, give or take a yard.
Yeah, now we're going to see the Valley offense here. No more Zay Robinson offensively, but I think you're returning amazing receivers still. Jaden Brown has always been a fantastic player since his sophomore year. He's going to be involved significantly. For the rushing game, though, it's looking a bit different here. We have Blake Dorncamp in the backfield. He didn't touch a single snap last year, and we'll see how he does tonight.
His sister was an avid runner at Valley, so we'll see to look for that speed. And we see it out the gates. It's a pitch, and you can see that speed. He's a quick guy. Gets about 5 yards on that first one. 9:58 running down on this first quarter. Second and about 5 to start it.
The Tigers here. Can you take some momentum off a great defensive stop?
Yeah, that's exactly what they need. They just need to keep that momentum going. And especially when you got Drake DeGroot. He's a 6'1" quarterback. He committed to Northwest Missouri State earlier this summer. And this guy is no joke. 6th in Class 5A for offensive yards returner, 6th Class 5A for passing yards returner with 1,816. And he was 3rd in touchdown returning in the Class of 5A with 28. Now he got some whistles
timeout here.
Yep.
Timeout Valley.
Timeout from Coach Gary Swenson. This guy's been coaching for a long time here at Valley. I don't know the exact number, but over 30 years he racked up, I believe, his 600th win last season, earlier in the middle part of that season. And he's looking to add on a lot more, especially with a big one starting with Dowling.
Yeah, and I think you can't count this Valley team out. Onside kick away from winning a state championship last year, but they can still turn things around. They have a very talented senior class. Drake DeGroot, one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the CIML, and if he can really turn things up, a little bit of inexperienced offensive line, but I think this Tiger team, they could surprise a lot of people if they show up tonight.
Yeah, it's a very senior-heavy offensive line with only one returner, though, Joe Mauser, number 73. He committed to Drake earlier this summer. He's a big guy, 6'1", 265. But if you look at this D-line, they got some size on them, especially when you got 6'2", 260 junior Brady Hagen for that line. It's going to be a big battle. DeGroot hands it off, and they got some room. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, they went right back to Dorncamp. They got a couple nice yards there. Interesting to see now. We got 3rd and 1. This is a big play here. You're about the 38-yard line, so we'll see what they draw up.
Yeah, with 9 minutes running down, you have plenty of time, but I think we're seeing one of the big questions I had going into this game was how aggressive in the air were we going to see from Coach Swenson in this Valley Tiger offense, especially with the not-so-experienced running back. But we see it's been quite a bit of a rush heavy. We got 3 guys to the left, none to the right, 1 man in the backfield. Fake handoff.
Oh.
Drake DeGroot, he throws into the grass. They call it a backwards pass.
Yeah, they called that a fumble. It looks like his hand might have gone forward, but nonetheless, Dowling gets a huge break.
It's a huge break, especially because it was 3rd and short. Valley wants to say that it was an incomplete pass. There's no ruling yet from the receiver.
It definitely looked like it. It kind of fell out of his hand, but it looked like he had a forward motion.
Yeah,
we'll see what the ref calls
here. It looked more like he spiked it. They're not going to give it to Valley. They're going to call it about a 4th and about 12 now. 4th and 10 is the exact spot, which is unfortunate to see. Valley had quite a bit of momentum to start this, and now just threw it in the ground. That's a costly mistake out of Drake DeGroot, but now they got to punt it away.
Yeah, DeGroot had a little bit of nerves there. Big 3rd down, but Dowling gets a break, and, you know, we're all back to the start of the game. Dowling football here.
Now we'll see who the punter is. They've had punter issues. Oh, it's a fake! I don't think it was a fake. I don't think that was meant to be a fake, but the line just did not hold, and this Dowling punt block defense came in like a missile.
Yep, he had two guys just like bearing right down on him, so he didn't really have any choice. If he punts that ball, it's getting blocked.
Yeah, and the punter was number 2, Trent Grevengood. He took quite a few snaps last season as the punter, and he just tried to get something to go, but it just made it a lot worse. And now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line in Tiger territory. The Maroons have not much space to the end zone, which is not good, especially after you just stop them. This Tiger defense has got to get big inside their own end zone. 7:30 remaining in this first quarter. Nahas takes the snap, throws it behind the line. He's got a receiver, Drexel. He's breaking one tackle and is tripped up right before he hits the chains.
Yeah, they got to stop Drexler tonight. He's already had a couple nice receptions, and the Maroons are knocking on the door early.
Drexel was a big part of the Maroons offense last season, alongside the Rashad Davis Sr. All those guys really, they left because of graduation, and now it's up to these new guys. And with Jeffrey Roberts, now Sam Drexler, he's going to be the main quarterback with Nahas.
And speaking of one of the running backs from Dowling, Cohen Shelton transferred to Valley. Not sure if we're going to see him a lot tonight, but he did transfer to Valley. Huge running back at about 50 carries last year for the Maroons.
Yeah, he was. Nahas now snaps it to Middleton. Middleton, he's met at the line and finally taken down after he met about 6 of the Tigers off defensive line. 6:30 running down. That's a big stop for the Tigers, exactly what they needed to keep them away from that first down marker. 3rd and 2 now, about at the 8-yard line. The Maroons would like to score early, especially with it being a Valley home game, Valley territory, but both teams are from West Des Moines. You get that when it's a crosstown rivalry. Both of these stadium stands are full, and now it's getting loud from this Tiger fans. 3rd and 2, some motion, and it's a flag on Valley. It's of offsides, and that's just not what you want to see from this Tiger defense. The movement came from number 6, Luke Walter, the linebacker. A little bit of the inexperience. You see a lot of these guys were backups to a very heavy senior class out of the Tiger defense last season. Now you got a bunch of seniors and juniors who didn't play much. So giving them a free first down is not what you want to see, but it all comes with the first game jitters. And Walter, he meets Middleton, kind of trying to make up for that, but he lets loose, and Middleton gets about 2 to make it a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the 3-yard line. 5:45 winding down in this first quarter.
Yeah, and it just seems like Valley is just kicking themselves tonight. 2 errors with the punt, and now the outside.
Nahas hands it to Middleton. Middleton powers his way through. Met at the line, fighting. Tigers say he didn't get it. Dowling
just short of the goal line here.
Yeah, Dowling won't fight it. They understand. Now it's a 3rd and 1, really 3rd and inches at the half-inch yard line. I'd assume they give it back to Middleton. Middleton's been powering his way through with that size at 215. The short stature hands it off. Met at the line and gets in. Not even touching the ground, just walks in. Touchdown, Dowling. That is not what you want to see out of Valley to start the game.
Yeah.
5 minutes left in this first quarter, and Dowling's already up 6-0 with the kick team out.
Middleton is just going to hurt the Tigers a lot tonight. Very experienced running back. You know, he had Rashard Davis really with him for those 3 years and definitely mentored him to be a really good running back, and Valley has to find a way to beat him.
I mean, yeah, if you look at this offensive line for Dowling, you got Carter Barrett, the 6'6", 285 left tackle, then the left guard 6'3", 275, the center 6 foot 230. That's their smallest guy, 6 foot 230. Right guard 6'3", 245, and their right tackle 6'4", 245. If that's not size, I don't know what is. They got a lot of it, and that's going to be a lot of pressure on this Valley defensive line, which their biggest guy, 6'2", 237. So that's not what you want to see, and it's see it really early, making a lot of room for Ian Middleton in that rush defense. The PAT was good. 7-0 is the score. Dowling leads Valley with 5 minutes left in this first quarter. What do you think Valley needs to do better on offense besides those like minor, just like not kicking themselves, throwing the ball into the ground type things?
Well, we haven't seen a lot so far. We've seen, the Tigers getting Blake Dornkamp involved. We'd like to see more of that, but we've only seen one attempted pass, and it was ruled a fumble. So I love to see Drake the Group take some shots here. This is the type of game where you're going to have to make some risks if you want to beat a team like Dowling. Valley, the struggles are just real when it comes to playing this team in the regular season. They're just not the full developed team that they usually get during the playoffs. So they're going to need to show some flashiness in their plays tonight.
And now the kick team is out for Dowling. They got number 14, Ryan Kuhn, the senior, 5'9", 140, one of the smallest guys on this team. But he's got a leg as he squib kicks it right into the hand. Dornkamp, and he shows that speed. He's got some room, taken down at the 40. I don't think that's what Dowling wanted, but it's exactly what Valley needed. Get it to the fastest guy on the team as he takes it to about the 41-yard line. Sets him up in decent field position to start it.
Yeah, absolute speedster. One of the best guys at Valley first track. It looks like Dowling wanted to kick it away from McGregory there, but it ends up going to Dornkamp's hand, and Dornkamp will definitely take that as a nice return up to the 41-yard line.
With 4:58 left in this first quarter, Dowling leads 7-0. Ball on the 41. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. McGregory's the lone guy on the left side with 2 to the right, 1 man in the backhand, 2 men in the backfield. DeGrew rolls out, defense incoming, he's rolling to his right. He throws it, nobody was there. Incomplete call. Looks like it was just about picked off by Jackson Miller, the senior outside linebacker.
This is just not looking good for Valley. It just looks like DeGrew is scared. We haven't really seen Drake DeGroot like this since his sophomore year when he kind of got into the rhythm of football.
Yeah.
But he just does not seem very confident in the backfield. I think there's some offensive lineman struggles.
Yeah, with a pretty small offensive line comparative to this Dowling defense. It's not what you want to see. Biggest guy standing 6'3", 6'6", 254 out of Coliata. Now to McGregory, stiff arms the guy. He's pushed him down. He's got space. 1st down, Tigers. Exactly what you needed out of the 4-star Louisville commit. Jaden McGregory found some open room, stiff arm one man to the ground, and gets the 1st down. After an unfortunate 1st down situation, that 2nd down play call is exactly what you need to do to get this game going.
Yeah, McGregory, ever since he arrived here in West Des Moines, since his sophomore year, has really impressed. Just developed year after year, and now he is the star of the offense, and he's got to show it tonight.
2 to the right, 2 to the left, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 man in the backfield, and that's DeGrew. DeGrew takes the snap, throws it, got
Dornkamp. Yeah, it's a nice little slant route there by Dornkamp, just picking up some easy yards, getting DeGrew a little bit more confident back there, but moving the chains here and getting into Dowling territory.
That's exactly what you need. Now they flip the field on the 41 of the Dowling Maroons. 3:50 winding down in this first quarter. Valley would like to get a score on the board, more likely a touchdown before this quarter winds down, just to keep the ball game in reach. Dornkamp in the backfield alongside DeGrew. 2 right, 2 left. Hand off to Dornkamp. He fakes one guy. He's got space. Met from behind and pushes him forward down to the 28-yard line, and just keep moving those chains. Dornkamp really showing his football ability right there. 3:28 remaining in this first quarter.
Yeah, that was a very nice designed run play to Dornkamp. He's really been involved, and he's looking very scary week 1.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be a name to watch out for. Tigers haven't always had the best of fast running backs, but now we see the glimpse of it, and no wonder why only as a sophomore he's in. 3:05 on the clock, 7-0. Dowling leads. Tigers have a hand back off the Dornkamp, trying to break it loose, but his leg got caught up by the defense. Carlos Blount Jr., this number 6 for Dowling, just took hold of Dornkamp's leg and wouldn't let go.
Yeah, now it's a 2nd and 10. It's going to be an interesting call here. You're at about the 29-yard line. Are they going to let Drake DeGroot, air one out here? It's a great opportunity.
It would be a great opportunity, especially when you have two of the best receivers still in the league, number 5, Jaden Brown, and number 7, Jaden McGregory. Dorncamp is backed up behind DeGroot. Hand it off. Fake handoff. Gets it to number 12, the tight end. Number 12, Braden Schober, 6', 210 junior. Gets it about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage and then starts running. Takes it down to the 16 for a first down. Tigers 7-0, 2:15 remaining in this first quarter.
And that's exactly what's going to get DeGroot going. And you've seen them trying to establish the run, and you can really see the play action. Everybody just bit down, and he just slips out there and gets a big gain right there.
Exactly. Those play actions are going to help Valley a lot, especially if Dorncamp keeps attacking this Dowling offensive line. Pressure incoming. Back to number 16. Down to the 4-yard line. Number 16, Owen Woods, the backup junior wide receiver. 6'1", 180.
Yeah, they're going to get Owen Woods more involved this year. Played a bit of special teams, kind of got in later in the season, but he's now a junior and a bit more experienced receiver.
Yeah.
Big play for him right there.
Big play. Just really started to edge down into that Dowling goal line. Dowling backed up, 1st and goal for the Tigers on the 4-yard line. 1:20 remaining in this first quarter. They're trying to score to even up the ball game, which right now is 7-0 Dowling. DeGroot with Dorncamp in the backfield. DeGroot by himself. He lost one up. McGregor almost catches it right into the breadbasket, but he drops it with heavy pressure from number 0, Jordan Watts in the left corner. 5'9", 170, not as tall or as big as McGregory, but right there it didn't matter and just laid heavy pressure, was all over him but not touching it until the ball hit his arms, and then good SWAT defense out of Watson. So now 2nd and goal.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there, but it was within jump ball reach. McGregor just did not really explode high enough to be able to receive that one.
And that's an untimely drop for McGregory, especially because he's normally one of the sure hands for this offense. 2nd and goal, 1:09 on the clock. Ball on the 4, handoff to Dorncamp. He tries to bully his way in. The offensive line tries to push him forward. Blown dead. I'd say probably about a gain of 1 to 2. Not much. One of the issues, though, Valley has been spoiled by power backs this year. These past couple of years with Darian Mason, especially when you have a guy at 5'10", 190. There's not much size there, especially compared to this Dowling defensive line. So we'll see 37 seconds winding down on the play clock in this first quarter. They will have to snap it with only 10 on the play clock.
Huge third down here.
DeGroot, he's trying to get it, just throws it to the right, way out of reach for McGregory. And that is an unfortunate incomplete pass now, 4th and 3.
Yeah, it was just a little bit underthrown to the right, and looks like they're going to get Conley Harn out here to attempt the field goal.
Conley Harn, who really didn't come in until midway through the season. It was Seppi Fractiani, a senior last year, who just struggled as kicker. In came a junior, now a senior, who didn't really do much. He normally took the PATs, and Conley Harn came in, the big leg, young kid, big leg, and he's really showing it. We'll see his first attempt of the year. Hold good, kick good, kind of low, but up through the uprights. 3-7 Valley gets on the board, cuts the deficit to 4. 18.4 seconds in the first quarter. Dowling leads 7-3.
Yeah, you definitely got to take the points there. It was decision time for Swinson, but within this game, getting on the board, responding to Dowling score, I think you put yourself in a good position here.
I 100% agree. I don't think you try to get too hasty here, especially when points are on the board. I think when you got 3 points like that with as good of a kicker Conley Harn is, you got to take them because you can see one touchdown. We've seen it before. One touchdown is all that matters. We saw it in the playoffs game with the pick 6 out of Jaden McGregor. He really sealed that. That was one touchdown that sold the game. Now we see How can Valley respond on defense now to put Dowling back in their own side of the field instead of letting them start at the 15?
Yeah, both teams here have been playing very conservative, it seems like. There was one good deep shot from Dowling's Joey Nahas, but besides that, both these teams are playing very conservative. A lot of running the ball. Ian Middleton and Dornkamp have been heating up, and it's just going to be a battle between them tonight.
It's going to be a battle of the trenches, especially with this run-heavy defense. We'll see which line will tire out first. Now Harn to kick off. 3-7 Tigers down by 4. 18.4 left in this first quarter. Roberts now to take it. He's got some space. Actually, it's Drexel. And he gets taken down at the 24-yard line. 12.2 in this first quarter. That was a good kick defense for Valley to not let Drexel, who's a little bit of a speedster, get too much open field. Now we'll see how this Tiger defense will respond. Like you mentioned, Ian Middleton, the running back, who led for quite a bit of as a defensive heavy guy last season with Rashad Davis. We'll see now how much Dowling uses him in the backfield, especially when you have as good of a backup Henry Smith, who looks like to be in right now. The sophomore backup. Fake handoff, Nahas. He's got Drexel. Drexel had to jump up and get it, but met quickly and taken down by 3 Tigers at about the 29-yard line. So a gain of 5 as this clock times out in the first quarter. So Dowling leads 7 to Valley's 3 at the end of the first quarter. Johnny, what do you think the Tigers need to do, especially on defense, after a 7-yard pickup for Dowling to start out this one? What do they need to do better?
You know, the Tigers have been doing very well with kind of containing their offense, but they haven't necessarily been stopping their offense. You know, Ian Middleton, they're going to get him involved as much as they can, and when he's not involved, they're going to get some nice slants or quick pickups, and that's eventually going to hurt the Valley defense. I think they got to take some risk and blitz a little bit more so you can get Ian Middleton back in the backfield, but it's just going to be who can run the ball better and who can make the right decisions play calling wise to make them big plays.
Yeah, that's where it comes in handy. Play call is a big thing, especially when both teams are known for their conservative play call. Both have rush heavy sets and very specialized sets, especially for Dowling, who uses a very specialized playbook, one that kind of is similar to the Oregon Ducks, just using, I don't even know, they have like the Bandit, the Jack, the Will. They use the nose guard in high school football. So they use a very specialized playbook compared to Valley's more. It's just a basic one, but it normally works out for them, and we'll see how this defense can just respond to the size of this O-line. Just looking at it, you can see it. This Dowling offensive line towers over Valley's defense. So these guys are going to have to think big and get big in this last 12 minutes of first half play, because they're down by 4 and Dowling leads 7-3.
Just take a look tonight. Both crowds, both student sections jam-packed. The Dowling one is overflowing.
Yeah, it is. Fake handoff, man at the line, Joey Nahas taken down.
Jaron Horn, huge blitz right there. I don't know if I just called it, but I did. A huge blitz by Jaron Horn, the senior, making a massive play.
That's exactly what Valley needed. The Jaron Horn, he didn't get in much as the D lineman, 6 foot 209, and showed all of that size to Joey Nahas, who hits the floor. And that's a loss of 6 right there. Started out 2nd and 3, now 3rd and 9. Ball on the 25 of the Maroons. 11-24, winding down. Valley has the momentum now. And like I mentioned, Henry Smith taking the rest for Nahas. Throws it.
Looks like some contact, but it's going to be incomplete.
I waited to call anything because number 10, Ben Fleming, the junior defensive back for Valley, just stood up against the 4-star wide receiver Jeffrey Roberts from Ames, Iowa.
Yeah, it was definitely a jump ball there. Not sure if Dowling fans love the call, but it was a bit of a contested catch. Yeah, and Fleming was able to play some good defense.
Very contested right there, but no call. And now Dowling has to punt it away. 4th and 9, 11:09. And you called it the blitz was exactly what the Tigers needed, and the Tigers needed to get big. They just needed to apply pressure, which is exactly what they did to Nahas. Didn't throw the best of ball, really put it inside. Now the punt.
It's going to be a little short.
Micaiah, he's short but fast. He's got breaking tackles. Keep moving.
The really champion.
Yeah, exactly. But he's aggressively taken down, but not after he gets about 25. Caught the ball at about the 30 and gets up to the 50. So exactly what Valley need. Keep the momentum on their side. Keep the ball moving. Micaiah Layla, who won it in it was the long jump, wasn't it?
Yeah, long jump. Layla Schuler, an absolute speedster. Not very tall, but man, this kid is super athletic. Probably the most athletic guy on the team, and he really shows it there.
Yeah, not very tall. He's 5'8", 150. I think Dowling's kicker is a bit taller, but that athleticism is exactly what they need. Drake DeGroot now, you can see a little bit of a confidence boost out of this Tiger team. Handed off to Dornkamp. Actually, he's kept by DeGroot, and he scrambles out 5 yards, about 4.5. So about 2nd and 5 now, 10:49 remaining on the clock in this first half. So I really like that play call, and like you mentioned, the play action, they really bit down hard on the Dornkamp run, which left DeGroot wide open just to get a nice easy 5 yards. Kept them moving, kept the drive going. 2nd and 6 to be exact. Tigers now inside Dowling territory.
Yeah, DeGroot, he's had 212 rushing yards last year and 4 touchdowns on the ground. He can run anytime.
DeGroot now takes the snap. He's looking. Can't find it. Pressure incoming. He breaks it. He's now running and slides down. A very, very smart play out of DeGroot. We saw in years past where he would try to keep running, but we see the experience starting to build up. He just hits the ground because if he would have kept running, he would have got hit. 2nd and 5 now, 10:24 remaining on the clock.
Yeah, DeGroot really hit the ground running there, and this is going to be a big 3rd down. We'll see what the Tigers' play goal here is. At the 45-yard line again. And you got 2 receivers right. Your 2 best receivers. It's going to be interesting. 2
best receivers, and we haven't heard anything from Jaden Brown, who led receiving for the team last year. But it's a quick pass to the tight end, Braden Schobert, number 12 from Drake DeGroot, and that's a great pickup for the 1st down. Moves the chains just enough. 9:55 remaining. Ball will get set down at about the 37.
I really like that play call right there. I mean, you're just kind of sitting them like right at the marker and like 1 yard short. And even if he does get stopped short, it's probably 4 down territory anyway. So it's a win-win situation.
That it is. And now Valley will stay in the 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Dornkamp moves up a little side by side with DeGroot. He moves to the right. DeGroot fakes the pitch, keeps moving, and just barrels his way down for a good pickup of about 5. So we'll make it a 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line. 9-10 winding down. Tigers trail 3-7 to Dowling.
Yeah, DeGroot looks so much more confident than those last 2 drives. He looks like that junior quarterback we saw him last year, just really confident now, and it can really help the Tigers expand.
That's exactly what they need to do. Keep expanding. Keep just opening their playbook as they get more comfortable in this game, which we can see. Just start to keep moving. 3 wide to the right. 1 man in the backfield. Dornkamp. And now DeGroot will keep it himself. Keeps running and dives forward, but not after he picks up way more than he needs. He dives to about the 20. So 1st and 10. They'll actually mark it at about the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 at the 22. A nice pickup of about 10. 8:20 remaining. Tigers down by 4, but they're looking like they're trying to get into that touchdown, and they're looking like they're able to really well moving the ball.
I mean, this is going to be a dangerous duo here, Dornkamp and DeGroot. You know, DeGroot with that speed, and, you know, Dornkamp can really play power football. I think this is going to be a great duo all season.
I 100% agree as DeGroot drops back, pressure incoming, throws the ball. Oh! just overthrew it. He felt the pressure and just tried to dish it off to McGregory, but unable to. Actually, it was Owen Woods. What was it?
Jaden Brown in the
Jaden
midfield.
Brown in the midfield, and the ball just slips right through his hands.
Yeah, DeGroot, the blitz was definitely coming to him. It was definitely a great awareness by him. It's just Brown, I don't think he was very ready for that ball to come, and it would have been a nice touchdown, but you got to regroup here, 2nd and 10, see what happens.
That they do. The pressure just came in, so we'll see how the Tigers can respond. They stay in this 3 wide set. 1 man, 2 men in the backfield. Dornkamp will start from behind DeGroot, but now he keeps moving right next to him. DeGroot takes the snap, hands it off to Dornkamp, and Dornkamp is met early right behind the line.
Yeah, the Maroons saw it coming right from the snap, and it's just going to push the Tigers back even farther.
So now it's going to be about 3rd and 12 from the 24-yard line. Tigers need to get a first down now because it'd be very unfortunate to start from the field position that they got from Micaiah and they move the ball as well as they did to get stopped up at the 20.
Yeah, they got all their best receivers in the game. They got McGregory, Woods, Graven Good, obviously Jaden Brown. So this is going to be definitely pass heavy right here.
Yes, it is. 3 to the left now, 1 to the right. McGregory keeps moving left to right. DeGroot takes the snap. He's looking pressure and coming. Just dishes it off to... And he's got Dornkamp! Hits him big! Wow. Dornkamp, you could see that agility right there. He caught the ball at about the 20-yard line and just started a tight rope the left side and gets past the first down marker and takes a big hit to get out of bounds.
You just love to see it from the Tigers' perspective. Lowers the shoulder, getting those extra gritty yards. That's what you just love to see.
Yeah, you can see that grit from Dornkamp, like you mentioned, that big power football. He's not shy to play that. Now 1st and goal on the 8-yard line. This is where Valley got tripped up last time they were in the goal line, the red zone. So now 6:58, Tigers trail 3-7. Dowling playing a very zone defense. Pressure incoming. Dornkamp took the snap and was hit hard. It was a zone blitz out of the Maroon defense, and they got that rush quickly. Gonna take him back about a loss of 3. 2nd and 11 now. Well, 2nd and goal, ball at the 11-yard line, 6:40 winding down.
I mean, they're really sitting on the run right now. I mean, DeGroot hasn't really shown the ability yet today to be able to throw the ball, and this could be an opportunity to hit one of the big guys outside.
Almost definitely. There hasn't been a whole lot of creativity. Dread DeGroot isn't making a lot of that creativity tonight.
Well, they have not. But now it's 3 to the wide as Mikhaili Lashur, the shorter guy, comes in. It was kind of a decoy. Jaden McGregory gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play call. It was an inside slant. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. McGregory was the lone guy to the left. He hits that slant route and gets in the end zone. So Tigers lead 9-7 with the field goal incoming. That extra point will be massive if they can make it 10-7, 6-10 on this ball game. Great play call out of that Tiger offense.
Yeah, absolutely. You're getting your best player involved. He cuts really hard to the right. Drake DeGroot, money, ball, touchdown, Tigers.
What a way just to get DeGroot comfortable, keep the ball rushing, make sure that his legs are working this season, and then when you need it, make sure he can throw a quick bullet pass right into the chest of McGregory, who walks it in pretty much untouched. The PAT now, the kick up, good. Conley Harn makes it a 3-point ball game, so Tigers lead 10-7. After a rocky start to this game, some costly mistakes out of Valley, they were able to right the ship and get in the lead. 10-7, Tigers lead 6:10 left in the first half.
And we're just getting started. Just 6 minutes left in this first half. This game is going to be an absolute shootout. Two teams that don't like each other very much, and it holds big stakes.
Yeah, it does. It's a crosstown rivalry, one that I think is no better in the state. I think it's the best rivalry in the state of Iowa. Just both being in 5A, that hostility, always getting some of the best players in the state of Iowa, and you can see it Both teams have a 4-star wide receiver, Jeffrey Roberts, the Ames transfer, going to Iowa State next year for Dowling. And then we got another transfer for Valley, the 4-star recruit out of Jaden McGregory, who's committed to Louisville. But not only that, you can see it just in the way these guys interact all week. It's been a grind of a week. I personally work out at Valley. Along the weight room, you can see it on the TVs, just flashes of Dowling hatred. And so this hostility has been going since the first week of school. And what a great way for the Tigers to capitalize on great field position to get in the end zone. 6:10 remaining on this clock, 10-7. Hard kicks it off, and it's going to go right through the back of the end zone. Oh, that almost looked like it went through the uprights. That looked like it was a 60-yard field goal out of Conley Harn.
Yeah, Conley Harn just put his hands up saying it's good. It looks like there might have been a penalty on that last play of some sort, because Conley Harn was able to have that ball up to the 45-yard line. But what a strike of a kick, man. Yeah. Conley Harn, from the junior.
From 45 yards, that's going to be what?
About a 62-yard field goal. Just
drills it. You can... That's a bright future out of that young man. He's now a junior this year, so can't wait to keep saying his name, especially in those tight situations. Because in high school football, you don't always have a strong kicker that you can rely on in tough situations, and you have that out of Conley Harn. Now you got Nahas to Middleton in the backfield. Middleton took a seat last drive, and you could see it. Not much movement on the line. Hit big. Throws it. What a catch.
Drexler, man, he jumped up for that, and that's a huge play for the Maroons.
What a play. Through the pressure, Joey Nahas had Tigers lining down on him. Took a big hit right as he threw it. Found Sam Drexel way down in the middle of the field. Caught it with pressure, under pressure that catch was, and comes down with it. What a great play for the Maroons. Now ball in the 44. Still inside still inside their own territory. Down by 3, 7-10, 5:45. Tigers needing to get up big as the Dowling fan student section gets loud. Nahas takes the fake snap, play action. He rolls out to his left, just throws it right into his own coaching staff. So 2nd and 10, great defense out of the Tigers just to move him to the left and make sure that he was struggling.
He really had nowhere to go right there. He looked to run to the right. Valley swarmed right there, and it's a great stop here. It's just going to take 2 downs for this Valley defense team, and that's just kind of the storyline of this game. You can just have one big play defensively can change the entire game. Like you said, Ian, earlier, that Jaden McGregory 99-yard interception at the Dome last year really just changed the game completely.
Yeah, now we got Nahas still 2 to the left, 1 to the right. As they're moving from left to right. Fake handoff, play action. Jeffrey Roberts now catch it in stride, and it takes 3 Tigers, finally brought down by the Valley defense, taken down by number 3, Asher Price. I believe the younger brother of Andrew Price?
The junior. You know, the Price legacy keeps continuing.
Especially in that DB position, it's a family trait. All the Price brothers are good DBs. Asher just a little young, so we'll see more as he develops later into the season. But this Dowling offense is moving, especially in the air. 2 big passes out of Nahas, 1 to Drexel, 1 to Roberts. So now inside Tiger territory at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, 4:50 remaining in this first half. Nahas, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Handed off to Middleton. Middleton takes it slow, but now has some wide open space down the sideline. Finally pushed out at the 20. A gain of 16 to move the chains and get a big drive inside the red zone. Dowling really moving quickly right now.
Yeah, Dowling responding with the haymaker right here. And it's just been like that with both sides. It's like I said earlier, this game is going to be a shootout, and it's going to come down to what team can make the most stops. And this is a huge situation for Valley. Can they get a stop?
That's going to be the big question now. This defense, I'd like to see a blitz. They're not pressuring Nahas as much, especially, and see the appearance. Pressure comes, taken down. Jaron Horn is finally the one to bring him down, but you see the big pressure out of that D-line. Ben Booth and Alonzo Jimenez are right there to cause the heinous.
Yeah, it looks like Jimenez right there. He came, he came down with the tackle, and it was a huge play. But then Horn was able to get, the wrap up, which was a huge play for the Tigers.
What a play. Just called it. I wanted to see the blitz, and that's exactly what they needed to do. 4 minutes now, winding down, 2nd and 14. Just got to keep pushing Dowling out of the way. So now it's a pitch to Drexel. Drexel, he's got space and just some big defense. He's down the sideline and is able to get pushed out of bounds right before he hits the marker to gain. But that was a great play call. It was a low snap to Nahas. Nahas just pitches it up to Drexel, and Drexel behind his big offensive line. And also Jeffrey Roberts just has a bunch of blockers and is able to get down. Now that was a gain of about, I'd say a gain of about
12 or so.
12, yeah. 3rd and 1 now inside the 13-yard line. Nahas looking to the sideline, just making sure they have the right warm-up. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a run to Middleton. That's who they relied on in the end.
Nahas doesn't know the snap here. They're going to call a timeout.
They're going to have to call a timeout. And the Valley student section did exactly what they needed to do. They needed to get loud, and he did it. Couldn't hear the coaching staff, which is kind of surprising because they're all the way on the left side of the field, and the student section's on the right side of where we're sitting. But it got loud. Nahas under pressure, had to call a timeout. With 3:50, you still got 2 timeouts left. Down by 3, Tigers lead 10-7.
Yeah, and I think the cool thing about these quarterbacks is Nahas and DeGroot, grew up playing with each other, both originally, Valley youth quarterbacks. Nahas did not go to Dowling until he was a freshman, but, these two competed. Nahas was a bit ahead of DeGroot for a while, but DeGroot really took an amazing start to his high school career, his sophomore year, with an injury. We saw a little of Ethan Stemler there, but then kind of took Ethan Stemler's job, and DeGroot fully capable of the offense junior year, and now a veteran experienced quarterback.
Yeah, he came in his sophomore year as the 4th-string quarterback, but a couple of injuries and some not so spectacular performances finally put him into the ball game, and he's kept that starting position since his sophomore year, middle of the season, and he has every right to have it now. Nahas still looking to the sideline. There's a lot of commotion from this Dowling team. They're just unsure. And now Valley just starting to apply some pressure on that D-line. Handed off to Middleton. Middleton met early, breaks the first tackle, but then stopped quickly. No gain on that one. 4th down to come for the Maroons. Valley, they look like they might let down a costly 1st down conversion after that pickup of about 12, but they got big on that 3rd down play, making it a 4th down, and now here comes the kicking unit for Dowling on that right hash.
Yeah, it's definitely potentially 4 down territory, but I think you got to play it conservative here, and that's exactly what the Maroons are doing, taking the points, but not an easy kick.
Not an easy kick. It's at the 20 on the right hash, so it's going to be about a 30-yard kick to be exact. Ball up, kick up, almost blocked, and
it's good.
It's good. What a kick out of the kicker for Dowling, Ryan Kern, the senior. So 10-10 is the ball game. 3 minutes left in this competition of first half play. And I mean, there's a lot left this Tiger offense can do. 3 minutes left is all they need. They can take this ball down the field, wind the clock down. I'd like to see Valley stay conservative, wind the clock down, but also get a little bit of aggressive. Let DeGroot show why he was 6th in Class 5A for passing yards.
Yeah, this is an amazing game. 10-10. You couldn't picture this any different. But Valley, you got 3 minutes on the clock. You could really be fortunate with something here, and that's the thing you love about football.
Yeah, it is. And, I mean, both of these teams have used a timeout, so 2 timeouts left in this first half. I believe they reset at halftime, correct?
Yep.
They do? Yep. In high school, everything's different, but unlike those timeouts, they do reset, so this Valley team, they're able to just take this clock down, make sure they have enough time if they need to kick the field goal, but also make sure that they're set. I would like to see them just take as much time as they want to finally get into field goal range, which we saw from Conley Harn is pretty much as you want from the 40-yard line. So now the kickoff from Kuhn. It's into the hands of, I think, McGregory. Actually, it's Jaden Brown. And he's taken to the 25-yard line. So 2:54. Tigers start with it at the 25. We'll see how this ball game will turn out in the rest of this first half.
Yeah, here we go, Drake DeGroot. What can he do? You can definitely hand it off here to Dornkamp. Dornkamp has been absolutely explosive tonight. His first career start. But they got to look towards passing. You know, you don't have a whole lot of time. But you can play a bit conservative. They already are playing a bit conservative. But you do have the ball getting it in the second half. So you don't want to take any too stupid of risks, because this is a game in your hands and in your control.
I really like the acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And that's what Valley likes to do, and that's what they need to do. They just got to make sure it stays just simple. And it's a fake from DeGroot. He's got space and finally taken down, but not after he moves the chains. First down out of this Tiger. You mentioned it early, Cole. This play action, they're really biting on the Dornkamp pitches and hands off, which is allowing DeGroot to just find open space, find those holes in the middle after the D-line bites, and they're really starting to act on it. Now 1st and 10 at the 37 of their own side of the field. Valley needs to keep moving. 2:27 winding down on this clock in this first half of play.
Yeah, a lot of read options here, but DeGroot is in the backfield.
5 wide now, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Takes it. DeGroot spins. That spin was from McGregor after he caught it at the 40. Unable to get much more. 2nd and 7 ball at the 40. Tigers are tied with Dowling. 10-10. 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Lois Schuler has been in the game frequently, but haven't seen a lot of throws to him. Noah Brown, and that's kind of surprising. Brown, he was 6th in Class 5A for receiving yards last year, 626. He led the team right behind Zay Robinson. Now DeGroot rolls out. Farron, heavy pressure. He breaks the pressure, breaks the sack, throws it. McGregor, he's got it. Breaks the tackle, and finally met at the 50, but gets a big play. What a play from DeGroot. Man, he just spinned out of the tackle and was able to find his man, McGregor. And that's just a busted play, but an amazing play. Creativity from DeGroot and McGregory.
Yeah, it was. I thought the play was over. He hit a hole and was just starting to crumple with that D line incoming, but he broke out of it, rolled to his right, found McGregory, and what a great play and great athleticism out of that kid. Now 4 wide, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Dornkamp in the backfield. Now throws it, finds Dornkamp. Oh, very risky ball. DeGroot,
yeah, it was a bit high there.
Yeah, DeGroot threw it high to Dornkamp, and he tips it out of the air. Luckily, no defender was in the area to pick the ball off. So Valley avoids the scary interception
The clock's still rolling, though. We're at 64 seconds here, and the Tigers are at their 44-yard line, so they're looking to get in the Conley Harn's range. But we've already seen him kind of, drill a 62-yarder, but you never know.
It was off the tee, so that's one thing to look about. It's a little bit different than the hold. But definitely. I think once you can get inside the 40, it looks a lot more manageable. They got 4 more yards to pick that up. 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers. Minute 4 left on the clock in this first half. DeGroot drops back. He finds, hit big. Dornkamp takes the hit. What a play out of Dornkamp. He is just taking hits left and right and won't go down. What a way to make your start as a varsity running back. We had some questions about how much of the power back he can be with this smaller stature, and he said, hold up, let me cook, because he's just taking those hits. Now it's what? It's 3rd down. I thought that was...
Must have stepped out early, I think.
Must have, because they spot the ball at the 37. No, that's about right. It was about a 7-yard pickup. 3rd and 3, because they had the ball at about the 44.
Just under a minute here.
Under a minute. He did go out of bounds, so stops the clock. Now 3rd and 3. Pressure. DeGroot just lost it He's got McGregory, but is pushed out of bounds. Too much on it.
Yeah, the blitz came. Looks like, Ian Middleton was out there, came for DeGroot. DeGroot just had to lob it up, and that's a unfortunate result there, but looks like they're going to stay out here and make a decision.
This is no man's territory at about the 37. It's a little long to send out the kick team. Maybe they'll send out the punt team just because
timeout is called here.
Yeah, they do take the timeout. They have plenty to spare. They have one more after this one. But you mentioned Ian Middleton. We call his name a lot on this offensive side now with the Rashad Davis graduation, but we called his name a lot last season, especially on defense. First in Class 5A for sacks returners with 8, fifth in tackles for loss returners with 12, 21 solo tackles, and then last year took a little bit of that backup with 216 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns. Because he's got that running back mentality this season, you can see that speed just pushing out. He is playing in that rush area, and he's really shown his size on that line. But Valley, now here's the question, like we were mentioning before the timeout, 4th and 3, no man's territory. Do you punt it, do you kick it, or do you go for it?
You gotta go for this here.
Yeah, these are the decisions that either can cost the football game or win the football game, and it's kind of in your control. You can really do what you want here, but it looks like they're going to punt.
Yep. Trent Grevengood, who's taken the punting position this season and part of last season, will come out the punt. Let's see if he can actually punt the ball this time. He was unable to last time, or maybe this will be a designed fake. We don't know. 4th and 3. He does punt it, and it's a line drive. I'd say about to the 10, so a decent punt just to pin Dowling back, not give them too much space.
Yeah, they're not going to have a lot of time here. Valley defense, the secondary, they got a hole here.
They do, because Joey Nahas has shown that he has an arm and can throw the ball deep. So 45.9 remaining in this first half. We'll see what Dowling can do. What do you want to see out of Dowling for them to maybe potentially get some points on the board?
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to take a shot here. Look for Drexler, look for, even Roberts to transfer. You got 2 studs of receivers, and you might be able to catch one of these Valley secondaries off guard. But, I mean, it's a manageable game. It's 10-10. They can't just run out the clock here and take it into halftime, but we'll see.
We'll see. They do got 2 guys in the wide. It's Drexler and Roberts with Hem in the backfield. Yeah, they got the backup running back, Henry Smid, who's taking that backup just so they don't tire out Middleton too much. And Smid takes the back and gets a decent gain of about 5 as the clock starts to wind down.
Yeah, it looks like Dowling just wants to take this one in half. It's a 10-10 ball game. You don't want to do anything stupid where you're giving up the ball in your own territory. It's a smart decision. And
yeah, this has been a very, very tight ball game to start off, and that's exactly what we expected. Number 1 versus number 5 in the state of Iowa. High school football, it's exciting to see, especially out of opening week and being rivalry week. It's a great thing. Clock winds down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will be halftime as the teams start to hit the benches and go back into the locker room. So we hit halftime. Tigers and Dowling Catholic Maroons are tied 10-10, 10 apiece. It was a very rush-heavy game to start it out. We'll see how these teams can make adjustments as they hit halftime. Any quick words from you?
I mean, it's been a brilliant game to watch. You can't really get a rivalry game better than this. Both teams haven't really been super aggressive, but the conservative play has been worked out for both teams, and that's kind of what it comes down to is, can you play your best style of football without being too risky? And no team has gone for it on 4th down. Valley made a couple mistakes earlier with the punt, and then the Drake DeGroot error of a throw, so they say. But not a lot of mistakes on both sides, and it's going to come down to who can play better football in the second half.
Yeah, it is. So now 10-10, Valley tied with Dowling as we hit the halftime break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this halftime messages.
hey, why are you running? Hot top, Empire, blank checks and cannonballers. I grew so low from the one dash. Can't borrow down with the club cash. Asking myself, hey, why are you running? Hot top, Empire, blank checks and cannonballers. I go so low from the one dash. Can't borrow time, don't crash. You'll be the saddest part of me, a part of me that will never be mine. It's obvious tonight is gonna be the loneliest. There's a few lines that I wrote in case of death. That's what I want. That's what I want. Sad and I'll be gone. It's just one thing I hope you know. Love the show. 'Cause I don't even care about the time I've got left. And the only thing I know now is that I wanna spend it with you, nobody else here. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest. You'll be the saddest part of me, a part of me that will never be mine. It's obvious tonight is gonna be the loneliest. You'll feel the oxygen I breathe. I see your face when I close my eyes. It's torturous. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest. I'm sorry, but I gotta go. You never made me give me so. I know to go. And I just keep on thinking of your name. You feel better and all the crazy little things that we did together. In the end, it doesn't matter if tonight is gonna be the loneliest. You'll be the saddest part of me, a part of me that will never be mine. this part of me, a part of me that will never be mine. So be it. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest. You'll be the saddest part of me, a part of me that will never be mine. It's obvious. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest. You'll feel the oxygen I breathe. I see your face when I close my eyes. It's obvious. Tonight is gonna be the loneliest.
88.7 KWDM The Point.
I'm rocking the suburbs.
Rocking Des Moines suburbs for over 25 years.
Don't try and say I didn't warn ya. Should've left those games in California. You've got a knife, well I've got a gun. If you're gonna walk, then I'm gonna run right over to you. 'Cause I've got nothing to lose. Whoa, whoa. He's a dirty thief. Whoa, whoa. Stay the hell away from me. Oh, you want is to take the money and run. You son of a bitch, I've had it. Stay away from me. Go ahead, I'll let you take the first punch. 'Cause honey, I know you ain't got much. You're going down in front of your friends. You try to get up, I'll knock your head again. I mean, all this respect. Whoa, whoa. He's a dirty thief. Whoa, whoa. Stay the hell away from me. Oh, you want is to take the money and run. You son of a bitch, I've had it. Stay away from me. Dirty thief. Whoa, whoa. Stay the hell away from me. All you want is to take the money and run. You son of a bitch, I've had it. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. You better stay away. Stay away from me. Lost in the daydream. When you think you really know someone, and you're blinded by the summer sun, fall in love with who they won't become. Was it ever real? Did I make you up? Was I wrong? Did I make you up all along? I've been waking up. You're clearly disconnected. So who am I connected to? Some person you projected. Were you ever telling me the truth? Hit me all of a sudden. Sure you saw it coming. I was someone you were for. Maybe I was naive. Lost in a daydream. And you think you really know someone, and you're blinded by the summer sun. Fall in love with who they won't become.
And we're back for second half action here at Tiger Field at Valley Stadium. We got a great second half about to start up in about 3 minutes. The kicking teams are on the field, at least for Dowling, that is. The score is 10-10. Valley is tied with Dowling in a very heated week 1 rivalry game. And there's a lot of reason we can see the physicality and just pure adrenaline, pure hatred for each other really starting to shine in that first half. And it was a lot of a rushing attack from both teams. You saw the newbie, the junior Blake Dornkamp for Valley, who didn't play any snaps on the varsity level last year. This is his first time playing varsity football, and he's showing why he can play in the big leagues. He is just really starting to hammer down, taking as many hits as Dowling will give him, powering through and really showing not only can he take the hits, but he is a speed demon, showing that quick athleticism, tight roping down the sideline, moving in and out of the holes that the offensive line gives him, alongside Drake DeGrew, who hasn't been able to show much of his arm, but is showing his sneaky quickness and just moving inside, really using the play action to their benefit. The Dowling defense has been biting down on those play actions, allowing Drake DeGrew to start getting up in that pocket, throwing the quick checkdowns, but also getting in and out of that pocket and scrambling.
You're absolutely right about how Dornkamp has been playing. It has been a phenomenal performance by him. You know, a JV kid last year, really turning it up when it is needed most. And just DeGrew, you know, a little bit sluggish earlier, like you said, has had some, you know, good performances. McGregory has been stepping up when needed, but he hasn't been, you know, Jaden McGregory at his best. And as well as Jaden Brown. Jaden Brown has had a couple targets, but, you know, hasn't really done much for the Tigers. Definitely a conservative game between the two. I would argue that, you know, Dornkamp has had a better game than Ian Middleton tonight. You know, the rushing attack on both sides have been pretty good. Nahas, we'll see how he gets involved. Obviously, Drexler and Roberts, the receivers for Dowling. But it's been a very tightly contested game. These two teams are matched up fairly even. The score replicates that well. It's just going to be the battle of the trenches. Who wants it more? You know, there's not really a home field advantage tonight. You know, the whole Dowling away session is completely filled, and the home session here on this side of the Valley Field is also very full. So
I mean, that's what to expect in a game like this. It's opening weekend, so we've had a whole summer off, a whole winter off from football, and now the fans are excited to get back into what a great setting Valley Stadium is. And then also to start it off, rivalry week, Valley Dowling, Dowling number 1, Valley number 5 in the state of Iowa. What a there's no better storyline, I think, in this opening weekend. And now the clock's winding down from 30 seconds. We're just underway to start this first half action. I'm going to start with you, Cole. What is one thing that Valley needs to do on offense and defense to really to pull away in this game?
Well, on offense, I really think that if they can really keep pounding the ball, they're gonna open up the wide receivers, because we know that the wide receivers, they're really good. They're proven. We know that. But the running game, like, it's been up and down. Like, there's been a couple of really good runs, and you've seen from Dornkamp, like, he's really shifty. And if we can get him going, it's going to be hard for Dowling to stop.
Yeah. Johnny, what does this defense need to do?
Oh, The defense for Valley or defense for Dowling?
Valley defense.
Valley defense. Obviously, you've got a man in the backfield who is probably the best running back in Iowa football, and that is Ian Middleton. He hasn't been, an amazing, fully functioning tonight, but he can definitely get going in the second half. The secondary has been playing significantly well. Jay McGregor had a nice breakup early, but if they can continue to bring that blitz, Jerron Horn, a guy who didn't play much last year, had a really nice sack earlier in this game, but it's going to come down to what teams can kind of get creative. Both these sides are very conservative in the first half, so I'm very excited to see how the playbook opens up on both sides.
Yeah, this is very similar to last season, which was, I believe, an opening week game also. I don't know why they keep doing that, but...
home opener, yeah.
Yeah, home opener for both teams, and it was rivalry weekend. I mean, you always get that energy, especially when it's the home opener. But now, second half kickoff is underway. Valley deferred at the opening coin toss, so they'll get the ball, and the kick from Kun is picked up by Layla Schur. He showed his speed early, and now quickly taken down and brought down early at the 15-yard line. Dowling knew it was going to Micaiah. They honed on him and really got him down early. So the Tigers will start with the ball at the 15.
It wasn't the best decision for Layla Schur to cut in left. He had a bit of opening to the right. But if he can get another one here, he could definitely rip one. His speed is immaculate. He's a kid who can run about a sub-1100 meter dash. He's truly unstoppable.
Yeah, when he finds that open space, it's not going to be easy to take him down. I think that's why they keep putting him into the offensive sets. Even though he's not really listed as a wide receiver, if he can get a quick break, just beat the DB, DeGroot has an arm to lay into the breadbasket and hope we can see if he can get some space. But right now, one to the right, two to the left, two to the right, one to the left, but handed off to Dornkamp, and Dornkamp muscling his way in, just fighting for those extra yards, and he gets, I'd say, back to the line of scrimmage. They were really back on that one, really far in the shotgun set. So
it's an interesting kind of where they place that ball. Looks like he might have made a bit of forward progress, but they say no gain on that.
Yeah, no gain on that one. I don't really understand why Valley started so far back to begin with, but either way, it's a 4 wide. They had one of their linemen set up, but now it's a pitch to Dornkamp. He breaks one tackle, and there's the speed from that young man. Just dives into the Dowling benches, but gets the first down way past the line to gain by about 2 yards. So 1st and 10, the Tigers, like you mentioned, Cole, just keeping that running game moving, finding the holes, and now ball's on about the 27-yard line. 11 minutes to go in this third quarter. Just a minute gone in second half action.
Yeah, if you happen to watch the Husker game last night, it's kind of like what the Tigers are playing here. A lot of option, almost, designed run. We've seen a lot of designed runs for DeGroot, but Dornkamp has been getting a lot of those, and with his speed, he can just take off just like that play.
I mean, it's fate. Both teams have number 15 at quarterback. Now DeGroot hands it off to Dornkamp, moving so shifty. Dornkamp is just weaving in and out of the defensive hands, but finally taken down after a gain of about 5. Make it 4, 2nd and 6, 10:49 coming down on the clock. 10-10 ball game. Valley tied with Dowling as they're in the huddles.
Well, I really think those outside runs really set up that inside. They're really opening up the defense and getting that interior run going.
I agree. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And comes DeGroot. Design run. He's got space. Wide open on the sideline. He's going down to the 40, 30, and just walks out of bounds. What a play call out of the Tigers offense. He had wide open space and just walks out at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that looks like almost a jet sweep, but he took it for himself, a designed read. DeGroot just saw daylight. What a run. That was about a 30 to 40-yard pickup right there.
Yeah, totally flipped the field now inside Dowling territory at the Dowling 33, 10-10 ball game. Tigers tied, 10-19 left in the third quarter. DeGrew, 2 right, 1 left, 1 man in the backfield. DeGrew throws.
Whoa, there was definitely some contact there.
There was a lot of contact, but
Nothing.
no call.
Yeah.
That's very surprising. Trent Grevengood, they must have called it a slip. He was just facing down into the grass pretty much when the ball was thrown, and Grevengood had no way to get to it.
Yeah.
A lot of contact. Surprised there was no call.
It might have been a little early of a pass by DeGroot.
It was.
Yeah.
I still even think even if he was ready, the ball was kind of way towards the middle, and Grevengood was kind of to the right. So unfortunate play out of there. Now 3 to the left, 1 to the right.
Ben Fleming in the game.
Ben Fleming in the game. He's been subbing in and out. Handed off to Dornkamp. And he breaks 1 tackle and keeps moving and right to the line to gain. We'll see if they say, and they do, they give it to him as the chains start to move forward. First down, Tigers. They do finally do it. The scoreboard wasn't in line with the chain gang, but they start to move. 1st and 10, Tigers. Ball now inside the 30-yard line at the 23. 10-10, 9:44 remaining in this third quarter of play. We got a tie ball game, and Valley has come out the gates swinging, moving this ball mainly on the ground, and that's exactly what they need to do. Just open up, keep the rhythm going. DeGroot now hands it off to Dornkamp, and Dornkamp is met early, and now here comes the entire Dowling defensive line as they just huddle around him, pushing him back, and that's going to be bad for a loss of about 2. So 2nd and 12 now for Valley on this one.
You know, it wasn't what the Tigers wanted there at all. Dornkamp just absolutely smothered. But the one thing I've noticed about Valley football and the development of running backs, year on, year out, they've been able to take a guy like last year, Jakari Clark, not really known, and just able to develop these guys and make them absolute all-stars.
Valley is becoming running back high, but now Dornkamp and DeGroot in the backfield with the 3 to the left. DeGroot rolls back to his left side. Caught! Oh, it's caught! And Brown
Just snuck in there.
Just snuck in there. It looked like Brown almost fumbled it, and finally Jaden Brown, the senior,
Might be his first reception
that's
of
his
the
first
night.
reception of the game. Almost lost the words there, but finally, and that's a very big pickup. First reception, and it's a first down. All about those first of the season, first game, first reception, first down. First down for Jaden Brown, and now Tigers inside the red zone, inside the 13-yard line. 8:36 remaining in this third quarter. 2 left, 1 right, 1 man in the backfield. Fake on, here,
the ball.
DeGroot!
Wow.
Oh my gosh, DeGroot almost loses another one, just slips out of his hand.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to hand that off to Dornkamp, but he took it for himself and he fumbled. Thankfully fell on it.
The turf monster really got him there, almost slips up, and as he's trying to right himself, he drops the ball. 2 defenders were right on him, but he was able to fall on top of it. Loss of 9 there, so 2nd and 9. We've seen a lot of pickups, but second and 19, I apologize. Ball at the 22. They need to get all the way to the 3 for a first down. It's 2-2-2. 2 men on the right, 2 men on the left, 2 in the backfield. DeGroot just hucks it and almost picked off. What was he doing in that situation? Looked like he was just trying to get rid of it, but miscommunication. McGregor was the lone receiver covered by 2 defensive backs and the free safety, and almost picked off just out of the fingertips of the outstretched DB for Dowling.
Yeah, Coppola almost came up with that, and that was just not a very good decision by DeGroot. And you're putting yourself in a tough decision. You're at your 22-yard line. You want to kind of make it more manageable for Conley Harn, because really, if you want to pick up this first down, you got to get a touchdown.
Yeah, pretty much. 3rd and 19, 3rd and long, ball on the 22. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. DeGroot takes it, steps back, pressure incoming. He's looking, takes it himself. He's going to try for something. He's got space. Touchdown! What a play by Drake DeGroot. That young man, 22-yard scramble. He saw the open space and took it. We saw a little bit of a hesitation there, but that hesitation was fully planned. A little bit of a stutter step and just misses the defender. Great blocking out of the offensive line and wide receivers. Gets in for the touchdown. Tigers lead 16-10 with the PAT on the way by Harn.
Yeah, it looked like it was just going to be a couple extra yards, make it a closer field goal, but the group saw the opening, and he had it. Touchdown.
And the kick up almost blocked, but it's through. 17-10. Tigers lead with 7:37. Headphone warning, sorry for that, but what a play by DeGroot, 20 yards away from the end zone. And like you mentioned, it looked like he was just trying to pick up a couple. He broke one tackle, and that's really where it started. 3 guys tried to swarm on him, but we've said it all game. He has that athleticism we've seen because he had to scramble a lot in his sophomore year, being uncomfortable. Junior year, he was able to throw more, and today he's had to rely on his feet a lot more, and now that came in handy with a touchdown there. 17-10, Tigers lead.
Today he's had just a couple of miraculous runs. Like, there was one where he was in the backfield and there were 2 Dowling rushers that were coming in, basically sandwiched him, and he somehow got out and got the first down. Like, that's what he's been doing all day, and it's been really impressive.
It's exactly why Drake DeGroot is a collegiate, soon-to-be collegiate quarterback at a very good Division II school. He just has the athleticism. Really creative quarterback, very smart quarterback. And this is what he does in big games. You get a huge play, gives your team a 7-point lead.
Yeah, and the Northwest Missouri State is where he's committed. Now the kickoff from Harn, caught in the back of the end zone, and he's just going to fair catch it. That was Drexel who received it. And now Dowling will get the ball at the 20-yard line to start off their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, here comes Nahas, you know, a guy who really was in last year, but didn't get a whole lot of snaps. Nahas, this is one of the biggest games of his life. Can he prevail under pressure tonight?
Yeah, Dowling has in the past always had 2 quarterbacks where they split reps in games. Nahas was the one who was the really backup last season. He's now starting. Starts the drive with a handoff to Middleton. Middleton trying to do what Dorncamp and DeGroot did, was just weave in and out and find the ropes, and he gets a little bit pickup of about 5. So 2nd and 5, ball on the 25-yard line. 7:20 remaining as the Tigers lead 17-10 in opening weekend rivalry week.
Yeah, Dowling just looking to slow this drive down. I think they want to tire out this Valley defense, and that's a great strategy in a game like this.
Yeah, it is. Now, it's a heavy backfield set with only 2 to the right. Handoff to Middleton. Middleton met at the line, but finally able to find some space and just bullies his way forward, but unable to get the first down. He stopped just a yard short. 3rd and 1. Ball at the 29-yard line. 29 and a half pretty much.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Middleton does. He doesn't necessarily give always big yardage, but he can just tire and wear your defense down with 4 to 6 yard pickups each time, and it's already 3rd and 1 for them.
Yeah, it is. Valley would love to get a big stop here, because if they can, maybe we'll see a blitz. We've seen it before in this type of situation, but 2 to the right. Handoff, made at the line! What a play by Valley defense. We've called it. They needed the blitz, and that's exactly what they did. A big play.
Luke Walter there. He had the flag earlier today, gets his redemption, just steamed up the middle. What a play by Luke Walter.
That's exactly what they needed to do. The linebacker blitz. Pardon the word slip there, but 4th and 5 now, and I mean,
huge break for the Tigers.
Huge break, and it looks like they will punt the ball away. So this is the first time we see Dowling's punter number. Well, normally it's 33, but this is 24. Number 20, not even on their lineup, but it's a great punt for Dowling as they pick it up. Trying to get all my stuff. Yeah. Who's number 24 for Dowling? Either way, he has a big punt and just flips the field. 27 to the opposite. Now the ball's at the 27 for Valley. So Tigers get the ball back after a great defensive set there. 5:25 remaining in this third quarter.
Now, if you're Valley, you really got to control the game. You have the game in your hands. You can't get too ahead of yourself. It's just a 7-point lead. Can you chip away each play, each down, get a long drive here against the Maroons?
And now they got 3 to the left, 1 to the right there with Dornkamp and DeGroot in the backfield for this first down drive. DeGroot pitches it to Dornkamp. Dornkamp met, and you can see this Dowling team just really starting to get a little bit ferocious. And that's a late push. No call. They just write it off as, I guess, just like adrenaline. But this Dowling team starting to get a little chippy. And it was my mistake. That punter was number 24, Henry Smid, the sophomore. So see him taking reps. Now the Tigers, 2nd and 10 after that busted first down play.
It looks like the Maroons are getting a hold of the quarterback read and pitch option as Dowling's trying to shut that down completely.
So see if that play action can work a little bit more. Low snap, a handed off to Dornkamp, and there it is again, just met at the line.
Maroons are ready for it, they're just on the line.
The Maroons can see that Valley wants to run the ball, and they're not trying to let that happen. That time for a loss of 1, 3rd and 11 now. It's a 3rd and long. Valley, they got really good field position based on the fact that they were able to stop Dowling on their first drive of the second half. But if they get stopped up here, that's not what you want to do.
You've got about 4 minutes left in the third quarter. It is 3rd and long. Can we see a situation where Valley takes a risk and looks the deep ball here?
We'll see here. Tigers trying to keep hold of that 7-point lead with the ball. 17-10. 4 minutes left in this third quarter. DeGroot rolls out. He has room. Keeps up. Holy shiftiness. And now he's just scrambling. He sees the marker. He's got it. The first down.
He did
what
it
a
again.
play.
Oh my goodness.
Drake DeGroot was not able to find his receivers there. Looks like he might have been getting tackled or sacked. And he rolls right with another amazing play with about a 12-yard rush.
Wow, Dowling, they're just really starting to lock up those passing routes, but they can't find a way to keep DeGroot from getting out of the pocket, and DeGroot is making them pay for that. He gets the first down, makes it now to the 38-yard line, got just enough, but they can move the chains. 1st and 10 now, 3:47 as the clock stops with DeGroot going out of bounds. 17-10, Tigers lead in a very, very high anticipation rivalry week, opening weekend game. Timeout from Gary Swenson. Just wants to make sure his team can slow it down. That's what he likes to do. Don't want too much adrenaline moving. Make costly decisions. Make sure they know what play they're going to make. So I like that timeout. They have plenty more to give, especially with the fourth quarter winding down.
Now how about DeGroot? He just fell on the, yeah.
Yeah, you can see, that's not good. Maybe a little bit of a cramp in that left ankle.
But nonetheless, it looked a bit scarce earlier in this game. Looked like he was a little bit shaky. Has really warmed up progressively within this game, and he has really been taking it by storm on his feet. Look at his rushing yards. It is absolutely insane how capable he is. And if they did not have DeGroot tonight, I think the Tigers would be in deep trouble.
Yeah, because they haven't had a different quarterback besides DeGroot for the last 3 years. DeGroot came in, like you mentioned, in his sophomore year, and since then has held the reins and shown for good reason why. He showed it last year. He could use his arm. This year he's starting to show that his legs are a big part of his game as well, and why he was a big name on that Northwest Missouri State commitment. So now 17-10 after that big pickup of 11 yards by DeGroot. 3:47 now.
Yeah, DeGroot seems to be okay now. It just might have been a little bit of a cramp for him.
The first game of the season. Your bodies aren't used to this yet. Just got to make sure that you're all fine and dandy. 1st and 10. DeGroot alone in the backfield, 5 wide. Quick throw. He's got him and taken out quickly.
Dornkamp again.
Dorncamp just taking the hits. That's like the third time tonight that he was already going out of bounds and gets shoved. No call again. This has been a very zero call game. I think there might have been one. There's been like 2 flags, one for each team.
Yeah, they're kind of just letting them play through this tonight.
So now 17-10, 3:40 left in this one. The Tigers have been able to get out of bounds quite a bit, so can't really let the clock roll too much yet. Just got to start adding more. DeGroot with Dorncamp, hands it off. Dorncamp finds some space, gets the first down, but can't get much more as he's hit to the ground.
I mean, the run game has just been super impressive. Like, I was coming into this game, I was a little doubtful, like, how much are they going to be able to get. But DeGroot, I mean, he's been like Superman. Like, the offensive line has struggled at times, and there's been big rushes, and then he's just been able to slip out. And then Dorncamp also has really come on in this game. It's been really impressive.
Yeah, Cole, I would say I was nervous as well in the rushing game, but the way how Dorncamp has stepped up when he needed to tonight has just made this offense so much better.
1 to the right, 2 to the left, 2 in the back field. DeGroot rolls out, pressure coming and is sacked.
Yeah, he had to take that one.
Oh no, but Dowling after the sack, shaken up and he hits the ground. That's number 30, Anthony Bonano, the pass rusher, the senior. He hits the deck, shaken up. Looks like he ran into his own
DeGroot was a little
teammate. And so does
tired as well.
yeah, he's running a lot, and after taking that massive hit, this first game is taking a toll. That's one of the issues when you have a high-powered first game of the season. It's a lot on your bodies, especially when this is a very high-intense game, very close. So we're going to take a minute for these guys to just get off the field, get checked out. What does Valley need to do, especially now being 2nd and 20, to get back into this, bit back into momentum?
Well, I think absolutely you got to look deep here, especially in this situation. You know, if you hand it off or look for a designed run, you might get anywhere from like 3 to 8 yards. I think you got to take a shot here. You have the lead. You might as well take a little bit of a risk here. Because even if you do play conservative, you might not get the first down here. You have you're 20 yards within 2 downs here, so it's a little bit of an interesting situation for the Tigers.
Yeah, it is. The quick back is DeGroot. 2-2-2, 2 on all sides. DeGroot now by himself. He's looking, has Dorncamp wide open. There he goes. He's out on the sideline. 1 man to beat. Boom! What a hit out of Dorncamp.
Lowers his shoulder.
He met Maddox Coppola, the free safety, and although he went out of bounds, he showed who the man was and just lowered his shoulder and hit him. He was not going to get pushed around. What a run. Flips the field from the 33 to the opposite 27. The Tigers have some momentum and are inside Maroon territory.
And, I mean, despite his small frame, he's really taking it to these bigger Dowling defenders.
Yes, he is. Now 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 2 in the backfield. That's been the set we've seen a lot from Valley. DeGroot now takes it, throws, and
Yeah, batted down there.
batted down. Looks like he takes a quick hit and then just hits the deck. And now he's struggling to get up.
Yeah, it looks like again a bit of a shove, but DeGroot
He's had some, oh no.
cramping up again.
He's cramping up. Looks like his ankle or calf has been
Possibly his hamstring as well.
Yeah.
Something's bothering him.
Something's not feeling right for DeGroot, and with the medic staff having to come out, they're going to have to switch out quarterbacks at least for one play. So that means
this is a
Fitz Carpenter.
longer break for sure.
Longer break. And with that, that means Fitz Carpenter, the junior out of Valley, will have to come in. He's 6'2", 183. And I mean, it feels like because DeGroot has played so long, they've just been cycling through backups for him. It was Stemler last year who graduated. Now it's a junior who looks like will probably take the reins next season after DeGroot graduates. But he's still shaken up. That was a late shove out of number 6 by Dowling, Carlos Blount Jr. But no call. They really just didn't see much of anything. But 2nd and 10.
Coming up.
Yeah, unfortunate to see out of DeGroot because he's done so much for Valley, just using his legs and getting in and out of those tough situations for Valley.
Yeah, and it kind of appears, you know, DeGroot, something was bothering him early, and it might have just went into a different situation where it's not minor anymore. And that's the scary thing for the Tigers because we have no idea up here what it could possibly be. And it looks like he is hobbling on his ankle.
Yeah, he's hobbling on his ankle. That's not a good thing to see. And we can also see on the bench, number 1, Mikhaili Lashur. He hit the turf on the sideline, is now on the bench trying to get a cramp in his hamstring worked out. So this is not a good sight to see from Valley. 2nd and 10, but we'll see how the young guy, Fitz Carpenter, can come in.
Yeah, the Groot is in the tent, so for sure Fitz Carpenter, it is his time to shine. In a big rivalry game, you're in Maroon territory. Can he keep his composure? It's the big question.
That is the big question. We'll see if Coach Swenson will elect to just keep running it with Dorenkamp with the uncertainty that is a Fitz Carpenter. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield. Carpenter now takes the snap, hands it out to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp moves and gets some yardage. Picks up about 3 on that. Make it. We'll see where they spot the ball, but yeah, just about 2.
3rd and 8, yeah.
3rd and 8, so about 2 yards. Picking it up, moving it to the 25-yard line. So they are well within range, I feel, for Conley Harn. But now we'll see, will they try to move it to the middle, make it an easier kick for him? Or will they
about a 42-yard field goal from here, but it's going to be interesting to see what type of play call is here with no DeGroot.
Yeah. And we still haven't seen anything come out from that tent, so it looks like he might be out for the remainder of this drive, if not more. But only being the 3rd quarter, that's scary. Now, McGregory gets the handoff, design run, and hit hard.
The same time here, he looks like he got about 3 yards. This is about 4th and medium here. A huge play in this ball game.
This is doable if you want to go.
It is doable, but it looks like they're bringing out the kick team. Conley Harn marches onto the field. So it's going to be about 4th and 6. I don't hate this call, especially when you're up by 7. Making it a 10-point ball game, a 2-score, makes it a lot more difficult for Dowling now. 55 seconds winding down in this last minute of the 3rd quarter. So with the final hold being at the 29, it's looking to be out a 39-yard kick. So we'll see how this goes. Kick hold good all around. It's low. He gets it. What a
just snuck right. Wow.
Just right.
Yeah, it was a bit low drive there.
It looked like it might have had a finger on it or something. Made it really low. And just unfortunate out of Conley Harn. That's his first miss of the career. I believe he was perfect last season.
That's a huge break for the Maroons.
And that is a huge break in the Maroons because they take the ball at the 25-yard line, which really it'd just be like they kicked it off. So not much, but they get the momentum on offense.
And I like the confidence in your kicker, but I feel like that was the down to go for it right there.
Yeah, especially being at the 25, no matter what, at the 20, I mean, you have the ball in good range. So yeah, quick throw, almost picked off.
That would have been
a play. That would have been his second pick 6 of his career. Just got a hand on it. Sam Drexel was the main target there. But scary play for Dowling and almost picked off for Valley, which would have been a great way to flip the field. Unlucky there, but 34.6 left in this 3rd quarter play. Valley leads 7-10. 2nd and 10 now for the Maroons. Maroons have 1 to the left, 3 to the right. They're moving from left to right. 2 in the backfield. Now Nahas by himself. Nahas. He's like a needle. He's got through the hands of the wide open receiver. His brother. It was a brotherly connection. Jimmy Nahas was the intended target there, and it just goes right through his outstretched arms. Unfortunate there for Dowling. That would have been a really good play for them because Jimmy Nahas was kind of alone pretty much. If he would have been able to catch that in stride, he would have had almost a touchdown there, but unfortunate there, making it 3rd and long, 3rd and 10, 28.9 left in this third quarter.
I'm sure Joey's going to be bugging Jimmy about that one for the rest of his life.
Especially in this big game for Joey. It's a senior year. Pressure incoming. Throws it again. Now, Roberts, he's got it. Can he beat the man? One man to beat. And it's a touchdown. Dowling ties the ball game. 17-7. What a throw after the big miss from Jimmy Nahas. Jeffrey Roberts shows why he's a 4-star commit to Iowa State.
Jeffrey Roberts arrives here in Dowling, makes a huge play for the Maroons, and the stakes have just gotten higher. We are almost in a tie ball game, 17-16, waiting on the PAT.
Extra point on the way, 17.2 left. We still have a whole quarter of football to play. But now the extra point to come by the kicker, senior Ryan Kunn. That's an unfortunate, just as this PAT goes, it's right through.
And
so
you can feel the momentum start to shift in Valley Stadium.
yeah, it's moving over to the opposite side of the field now towards the Dowling sideline, which is unfortunate. Valley contained it for most of this first part of the third quarter, the first quarter of the second half, and now tie ball game. Valley does get the ball back, so that's one of the good things with them being in the lead. But that's an unfortunate. And I mean, we didn't get to describe that play, but it was just a break in the defense for Valley. Jeffrey Roberts, he had the 2-step beat on the DB, who I believe was Jaden McGregory. And then once he catches it in stride, one of the fastest receivers in the league, I mean, in the state of Iowa, Class 5A, almost pretty much, I think, second to none besides McGregory out of Valley. And just with that 2-step beat, and is able to walk freely into the end zone. So an unfortunate play, and also unfortunate for Valley because they can't give DeGroot much time to rest. We can see on the sideline that he's walking a little bit fine, is kind of hovering on that foot, but we'll see if he comes back in as this kick is on its way.
Yeah, they're going to need DeGroot for sure. Fitz Carpenter, we haven't seen a whole lot of him. In a rivalry game like this, you got to have your stars.
Yes, you can. And now it's a squib. Almost it. Now we got, I can't even tell who has it, but it doesn't matter because they're swarm taken down at the 21-yard line.
Man, that was a beautiful squib. Like, it just got past all the up men, and it just kind of sat down at the 10-yard line. It was really hard for him to scoop it up.
Yeah.
And that's what really set up the I mean, it's not bad field position, but it's not the best field position that you can also have. So
12.1 left in this third quarter. It's felt like this last 25 seconds of the third quarter has just taken forever. I mean, it kind of has with DeGroot going down to the last 30 seconds, and now we've seen a missed kick, a touchdown, and now a squib kick, and still we haven't found the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, this is going to be the last play from scrimmage in the third quarter, it appears.
Yeah, DeGroot is back in. Low snap. He rolls out, fires, caught. We'll see if they give it to him, and they do. What a catch, what a dig, and there's Jaden Brown. That's what we saw last season, just able to get under those catch, make those difficult plays, and that's what he was able to do there. Catches it with plenty. Oh, they say it's only about 9. So not getting the first down, but they do get the 9-yard catch, and that will channel the fourth down.
And we got the 4s up.
4's up, lights flickering. One more quarter to go. Opening weekend here at Valley Stadium. Number 1 Dowling Catholic Maroons are taking on and battling with the number 5 ranked Your Valley Tigers. It's a shootout here in West Des Moines, Iowa. 17-17. We got a whole fourth quarter left to play, and it's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. Two teams, like I said earlier, do not like each other, and it's a tie game. It can't get any better than this. Last year, last drive of the game, Ian Middleton called game, making it 26-23. I believe it was an overtime.
It was an overtime touchdown.
Overtime touchdown, and the Maroons kind of shut off Valley Stadium. It was very quiet after that.
Yeah, it was.
And
I wasn't there, but it was you, Britton, and our good pal Noah Seaver on the call. Noah Seaver, if you're listening, thank you so much for tuning in. But yeah, this fourth quarter is going to be a good one. 12 minutes left to go in this highly contested ball game. 17-17. We were taking a minute to let these guys switch sides of the field, but now 2nd and 1. I really like that play call, even though it was kind of just a busted play where DeGroot had to just do something with the low snap. I think it hit the ground and he just had to pick it up and throw it, and Jaden Brown was able to get under it. But that's exactly what they need to do. Deal with it, keep going with the flow, and get those yards.
So it looks like Fitz Carpenter is checked back into the game. Not sure what's up with the group still. But Fitz Carpenter, he's in the ball game.
Yeah, he is. Carpenter now with Dorncamp in the backfield. Hands it off, Dorncamp. He's got some room. Got the first down. Why? Sorry, Dowling student section just erupted in cheers, even though Valley got the first down, threw us off. But either way, it's 36. That's where the ball is spotted with the first down. Move the chains. Valley just keeps driving. We haven't seen a quarterback shift yet, so DeGroot's still out of it.
Yeah,
Fitz Carpenter in. I can't even see where DeGroot is on the sideline, so that's an unfortunate situation to see there. Carpenter in the backfield alongside Dorncamp. Hands it off, gives it back to Dorncamp, breaks one tackle, he's got space, but hit hard as he goes down, but not before he picks up 6 yards. 2nd and 4. 11 minutes left as this clock starts to wind down in this last quarter of play. And we got one man hurt. It's a Tiger, so that's not good to see. It looks like it's just a cramp, but
potentially, you really don't know here in a game like this. But I think the most interesting thing in this game, with about 11 minutes to play, if Fitz Carpenter, is the guy for the rest of this game, how confident can he be in a situation like this? Obviously, the biggest game of his life, huge stakes on the line. It's been handing off to Blake Dolenkamp for when he's been in the game. But can he open it up? Can he find his receivers? It's like Graven Good is all good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I believe that is Dorncamp, yeah.
Yeah, after that big hit, just a little shaken up. I think he will have to sit out, though, because the medics.
Yep.
And if it's anything like college, he will have to come out for one. But we did see Fleming. He's a defensive back, but he's come in as a backup running back a couple of times alongside number 16, Owen Woods. So we got a couple of new guys just making sure.
Yeah, it's like they're going to put Jaden Brown in the backfield here.
Okay, that makes sense. Jaden Brown, he is one of the other quick guys on this team, and we saw it there earlier. They motioned him 3 to the right, 1 to the left. The 2 guys in the backfield. It's a pitch. Jaden Brown, a lot of Dowling guys. Now he's wrapped up, almost breaks it, unable to get much. He, I think, just makes it back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 4 now. And
yeah,
this is
he definitely had to show a lot of physicality there just to get back. But it's a huge play here. Fitz Carpenter, he might have to look to throw here in one of the biggest plays of this game.
Yeah, if you can keep the ball on your side, it will make sure that the momentum stays with you. But 3rd and 4 inside your own 42-yard line. This is where things get a little scary, because if you don't get it, do you go for it? Do you punt? You don't really know, especially this far inside your own territory. But 10-11 winding down, 17-17 on it. Fitz Carpenter, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. By himself, he rolls out to the left, finds it. He has one man, and it's Jaden McGregory, the sure hands, gets the first down. What a pitch and catch for the Tigers. And now we got to hurt Maroon on the field. But
that
Tigers
was cool by Fitz Carpenter. Just relax, open target right there, McGregory. First down Tigers. It can't get any bigger than that.
No, it can't. And now you move the ball inside Dowling territory at the 48. So that's what you just need to keep doing. Keep moving the ball. Just make sure to keep doing things, because this is a very scary point for Tigers. especially with the amount of injuries you've had with
The group still on the bench.
Yeah.
He still could possibly return, but it looks like his ankle is still kind of hurting
Yeah,
him.
and that will be something to look at, especially for farther down in the week, if he will be doing all right. But there is a hurt Maroon. Looked like he went down just with a cramp, but he's taking some time to make sure that he can move his right knee. Oh, and he grabs his helmet in pain. That's not what you want to do. And if I'm reading it right, that looks like it's I think it might be their stud defensive D lineman linebacker mix, Ryan Bobo, number 90, who came in as a key player for the Maroons on that defensive line. But we can't really tell with their number on the back, but he's grabbing his helmet in pain, unable to get off the field. So that's a scary situation and unfortunate, especially for all football fans. What does Valley need to do now after they move this chains just to keep their drive going?
I mean, with the physicality of this game, like, it feels like you have to keep the quarterback comfortable because he still is the backup. This is his first game. Like, you got to keep running the ball. And you've been seeing with all these cramps, like, this game has been really, really physical. And with it being hot and it's humid and it is just disgusting out here.
Yeah, it is.
Like, and he's up now.
And it was number 90, Ryan Bobo, who's able to walk in his own power now after that cramp subsidized. But that's an unfortunate situation. Who he's a key player for this Dowling defensive unit. Valley comes back onto the field.
Been a lot of stoppages as of late.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Teams are able to regroup after every couple downs, but it is a big first down in Maroon territory at the 48.
Dornkamp in the backfield alongside DeGroot, and the wide receivers are on top of each other. Handoff, Dornkamp, he's got space, he's wide open, breaks the tackle, middle of the field, inside the 30-yard line. What a play, Dornkamp, taking it nice and slow, methodical route, and then finds the open hole and shoots for it, and finally taken down inside the 30-yard line at the 29, finally taken down. What a play for Dornkamp, keeping the ball moving and making sure that he can finally find the end zone.
It feels like Dowling knows that the Tigers are going to run the ball, but they still can't stop him.
Yeah, like I said, it's that methodical run pattern by Dornkamp. He just kind of weaves in and out and then finds the hole and bites for it. In that quick speed, he's able to do it. He finds it again, takes it again, and gets about 3. Man, make it 2 on that pickup. 2nd and 8 now, ball at the 27. So unable to get just as much, but still a good pickup for him.
This is a big drive here, under 9 minutes in the game. Can the Tigers keep chipping away on some clock and punching it into the end zone would be a huge drive. They're kind of getting into Conley Harnet's field goal range, but we have seen him miss one earlier today.
I do, though, like this play design for the Tigers. They're just running it, but it's milking the clock, not letting Dowling have as much time as they want. Another handoff. Dornkamp now unable to go, and that time he's met at the line. Probably makes it to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be a big third down.
More like maybe a loss of 1. They say he does make it to the line of scrimmage, so 3rd and 8 now. 17-17. Tigers are tied with Dowling with the ball inside Maroon territory. 8 minutes now left in this ball game.
Big play,
Big play.
nonetheless.
Yes, it is. 3rd and long. And especially at this point of the field.
Looks like the DeGroot is getting some jogs in on the sideline.
Just
he
trying
might make a return.
Maybe. We'll see. But it's got to be Fitz now as the quarterback. We'll see if he uses his arm for one of the first few times. It's a pitch. Dornkamp, he's got space. Bulldozes, keeps moving, but unable to get enough. He's taken down at about the 21-yard line.
So let's go at the 23. So about 4th and 3, 4th and 4. I think this is where you might want to go.
Yeah, especially being it's going to be on the left hash which he is a righty quarterback facing towards the right, so it would be an easier kick for him because of just the way the ball is positioned.
Timeout was called, I believe it was Valley here that took the timeout. So yeah, definitely an interesting decision here. Swinson's gonna have to possibly go deep in his playbook for this one, or trust Conley on here. He's proven he can make field goals, but he's missed one earlier today.
That play call showed to me that they're going for this. I mean, I'd be surprised if they don't go for this, because running the ball on 3rd and 8 and then getting about 5 yards, that's the goal there. And making it a 4th and 4, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And
it's written up right now as a 4th and 3.
Mm-hmm. I think especially with the timeout, it definitely could mean something.
With the timeout.
But they could go right back to Dowling camp. We will see.
And DeGrew is back on the field.
Wow.
DeGrew in as a quarterback. Coming in here. Forfeits. Yeah, they are going for it. 22. That's where the ball's placed. 17-17. And this is where big things happen. 4th and 3. Can the Tigers get it? 17-17. 7:20 winding down in this ball game. DeGrew, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. We'll see. DeGrew finds pressure.
Man.
It's caught. First down. Tigers. What a play. Trent Grevengood gets it. The 6'1", 182 wide receiver, the senior, gets the play. Great. What a great design for the Tigers.
DeGrew just fits it in that tight window, and Grevengood just hauls it in. A huge play, trusting a great veteran receiver. He's not the star of the team, but he can make some big plays in moments like this.
Yeah, DeGrew favoring that left foot, so that right ankle giving him some issues. But besides that pressure, he was able to fit it to the tight window, like you said. Now hands it off inside, keeps moving. Jaden Brown just gets a couple of yards. I'd say about a pickup of 4.
Yeah, interesting to see that there really isn't another running back outside of Dorncamp. We're not really sure about Cullen Shelton's eligibility after the transfer, but they're going with a lot of Jaden Brown as the backup running back.
Yeah, so it's a pickup of 3, official spot at the 9, so 2nd and 7, 6 minutes winding down. With all these runs and not getting out of bounds as much, the Tigers have been able to drain almost 6 minutes off of this clock. 6 minutes is what's left in this game. DeGroot now takes it, hands it off to Brown, and he's met quickly. And that's going to be a loss of about 1 to 2.
We are under 6 minutes. Wow. Clock has been ticking.
Yes, it has. And it's going to be a loss of 2. 3 almost. Yeah, it's a loss of 2. 3rd and 9, ball in the 11. So it's going to be 3rd and long again.
I mean, the playbook's open. I mean, you saw that run play last time it was in the same situation. So you could really see anything here.
Yeah,
but with DeGroot back in.
They're definitely in more of a field goal range situation.
But 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and 2 in the backfield. DeGroot now, he's looking. He's got people coming and slips. He slips. You can see that he was not comfortable on that ankle and just not able to run like he has been, and slips down. The turf monster gets him.
Yeah, it was probably the smart move just to fall on that one. The blitz was coming. You don't really want to risk anything else with your ankle in this type of game, but it's going to be about a 36 yard.
Yeah, 35, 36 yard field goal. One of the good things about that slip, though, DeGroot moves it to the middle field, making it an easier kick for Conley Harn. We'll see if he can respond after that missed one.
Loud here.
It is loud. Here's the snap, the kick.
Low.
It's up, and it's good. What a kick. A great response. Ice in his veins. 2017. The Tigers lead now 4:26. That was almost it was a 7.5 minute drive. I believe they got it just as the 12-minute mark hit. And now 2017. What a ball game we have here.
Conley Harn making a huge kick. I mean, you can't explain how big of a kick that is. But now it's up to Dowling. They just had that Roberts touchdown.
Yeah, Jeffrey Roberts aired it out. It was probably, if I remember, close to a 75-yard bomb. And we'll see if they go to that again or if they just try to run out the rest of this clock, send it to overtime. We saw their success in overtime last season, or if they try to win it. This is a very similar ball game as the last season. Almost, it's coming up to be the exact same. It was 2020 going into overtime last season. Tigers score the field goal first, and Dowling responds with the touchdown.
Yeah, this game is always, I gotta say, the best game in high school football by far. I mean, you got Ankeny Centennial, which is another amazing game, but this game, you really show the blood, sweat, and tears from both of these sides, and that's what the beauty about Iowa football is, and you just love to see it on this gorgeous Friday night.
Yes, you do. And it's getting loud here. The kick from Harn. He gets it up. And I can't tell if it's Drexel or Roberts, but either way, he's taken down quickly at the 16-yard line. Can't get much. It would have been better had he just left it in the back of the end zone. It's an official spot of 18, still 2 yards short of what a touchback would have been. And now this is where crunch time happens. 4:20 left on the clock in this ball game. It's a hostile environment. Both sides are loud. You can hear it from here. What a game we have here. What does Valley defense need to do quickly?
I mean, just got to stop. Like, it's that simple.
Yes, it is.
Can't really say anything else.
And now here's the pass from Nahas. He's looking, finds it, and just
Defender fell down.
Yeah, Drexel almost looked like he pushed his defender off, but either way.
That was Asher Price there.
Yeah, Asher Price.
Caught a break. Big 2nd and 10 here.
And it looks like Jaden Brown's also coming in as a DB. You see that, number 5. He's not listed as a DB nor in any of the defensive sets, but he's going to be playing it because they need that speed, especially on Roberts and Drexel. Now 3 to the right, 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and here comes the shift, the running back, but it's a deep pass. Almost picked off. That was number 10, Ben Fleming.
That was contested there. Great job by Ben Fleming getting the outside of him and really just putting your hand up there.
This Dowling crowd is not happy. They think Fleming held him there. They want the PI. It's not called.
Big 3rd down.
Yeah.
You can't explain a bigger play than this in the
No,
ball
you
game.
can't, because if Valley gets it back, they'll be in decent field position, punt or not.
It's getting loud.
It is getting loud. You can hear.
Everyone's on their feet.
You can hear. You can cut the tension with the knife. Holy cow, it's loud. You can hear the rumbling. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Tigers need a big stop here. 2 in the backfield. Nahas drops back. Pressure incoming. Here's the blitz. Almost, but now he's run. Can they get him? Stop him. They do.
Whoa, it's going to be
close. Will they give it to him?
A yard short. Dowling thinks they got it.
Dowling thinks
4th and 1.
It's time for a decision now.
Now it's decision time.
You got to go if you're Dowling. They're going to give him the first.
Whoa.
The chains are not.
They moved the chains. They say they got the first down.
That is just a bad spot.
That's not a great spot. It looked like he was short, but they give him the first. And in high school, you can't review, which is one of the most unfortunate parts of this game.
That's a huge call in this game.
That is. Dowling gets a big break. Lucky they are.
Nahas wasn't even close.
No. But Nahas now, fake handoff. He's looking. He's trying to find something. Rolls out to the left and just throws it out of bounds. So he tries to scramble. Can't find anything. Throws it out of bounds. 2nd and 10 now.
3:38 in this game. You know, if you're the Maroons, you have some time. Down 3 here.
And
what can you do?
Yeah, you also have all 3 of your timeouts. So 3:38 with those 3 timeouts is a lot of time. The ball on the 28, they are still, because of that not great return off the kickoff, they're not in good field position. So 28, that's where the ball spotted. 2nd and 10. They're keeping with the no receivers on the right side. 3 to the left, none to the right. Middleton's the lone back. And here comes Nahas. Nahas, he's stepping up. Has Jeffrey Roberts wide open in the middle. Got some speed. And just trying to take him down. Tigers trying to strip the ball and finally get him down.
Yeah, Harrisburg with a little bit of out of place there, and You know,
Just like that, you
Roberts.
can feel the momentum swap over to Dowling because they just flipped the field inside Tiger territory now. 43 is where the ball's placed. Tigers lead though 2017, 3:20 remaining in this ball game.
this is what Dowling does so well in these situations. They're able to play such composed football when it matters most.
Yes, they can. So now they start to open up. 2-2-2 is the play. Middleton. Now Nahas throws middle and just bullets it away from anybody. A missed play right there. So 2nd and 10 again. Drexel was the intended target, but unable to catch it because it was way out of his reach. Ball on the 43 inside Tiger territory. 2017 is the score. Valley leads. 3:05 remaining in this affair.
What a game we have here. And
Never a
just-
dull moment.
Oh, absolutely not. And Nahas, huge play for him.
2 wide, 1 on each side with only 1 in the backfield. Now here comes Drexel, motion to the left side. Low snap for Nahas. Nahas looking, he has almost picked off. What a look there. That was number 9 for Valley. He's not even on the starting lineup.
Yeah, he
You can
came out
see-
of nowhere. He's able to get a tip on that, but
Denault
good play.
Moore.
Yeah, Denault Moore there.
That's the senior there.
Very
He
tall.
got some minutes
Versus
last
that.
season. And you can see he almost got it. Nahas tried to get it over.
Timeout called
Yeah.
from the Tigers. A smart timeout here. You know, Dowling 3rd and 10. But they could potentially kick it, but I don't really think it's within range. So
I
I
don't
think it's more on territory.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dowling hasn't looked like they favored their kicker much. You can just see the aversion there on a lot of those 3rd and long situations. So we'll see how they draw this one up. 3 minutes left in the ball game. 2017, Valley leads. 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 to be exact. And on that last play, Joey Nahas tried to get it over the head of Denault Moore, but unable to do so. And he tried to get it over the head of Denault Moore to the outstretched arms of Sam Drexel, but overthrows it to both guys. So,
Yeah, you know, big play. Everyone's going to be on their feet
Yes,
for this
they are.
one. You got 3 minutes exactly on the clock, and it is getting loud here at Valley Stadium.
yes, there is. We've seen some issues by Nahas in this last drive, being overthrowing 2 of his receivers. Both times it was Sam Drexel. Just put too much on it. It's loud. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Middleton and Nahas in the backfield. Tigers playing a zone coverage. That's a false start. That's a false start. It got too loud. The offensive line didn't move.
It's a huge break
What
for the Tigers.
a break for the Tigers. It got loud here. They couldn't hear the snap, and they start marching back 5. 3rd and 15, and now this is where it gets a little dicey because they're pretty much at the 50-yard line, 48 to be exact, inside Tiger territory. And now it's 3rd and even longer, which is not where you want to be.
For Dowling, they might just throw something short over the middle, just get some of this back.
They have been able to block well. I could see a pitch to Middleton. But Nahas drops back. He's looking, trying to find it. He now moves.
Run this one. Oh!
He throws it. And missed!
Wow!
Into the arms of Sam Drexel.
Drexler had it in his hands, and it just
Misses it. What a bad break for Dowling. It was in his hands, but he took his eyes off of it. He tried to look forward and start to run with it, but he moved too quickly, dropped the ball.
sometimes it's about completing the pass rather than
Yes.
yards after catch, and
Valley's
a
been
big mistake for
yes,
Drexler.
it is. Valley's been good at that, where they just get the yards that they need and just drop down. But right there, Drexel, he just an unforced error. We saw too many of those out of Valley early, and now Dowling's
Yeah,
doing the
they're gonna
same
punt
at the
here.
end.
Yep,
I mean,
there's
you
3
have
timeouts
to.
left.
They
Yeah,
have
it's a
3 timeouts.
smart decision to punt here.
Yes, it is.
You know, focus on your defense. Drake DeGroot is still not 100%.
And the punt, it's high.
It's a good punt.
It's a really good punt.
and it's going to be down perfectly.
What
It's
a
2 yard
punt.
lines for the Maroons. It's going to, we got a little ball going
It's
in.
getting shit.
Chipping between
chipping.
Moore.
Yeah, Denault Moore and number 21 for Dowling. That's just not what you want to see. Jeremiah Robertson for Dowling. Even though it is a high-intensity game, you don't want to see guys making too many dumb mistakes.
Yeah, that was a beautiful punt, but you don't want to see, any
Flags,
fights or anything like that. It is a heated game, but
we can't move on from that punt too quickly. What a punt that was. He booted it from about the 45 inside his own territory.
it's going to be inside the one. Correction. It's going to be very hard. You might even want to sneak it if you're DeGroot in this situation.
Yeah, and actually it's not DeGroot, it is Fitz, and I like to see that play with DeGroot unsure about that ankle. You want to be able to have a guy that can run the ball quickly.
So you might want to just quarterback, just sneak, just get it out of here.
Just get it out of the back of your own end zone.
Dowling's going to bring a blitz.
Under center. And they move the ball.
He's out.
He is out, so I think they get it to about the 2.
That clock is rolling, but timeout called. Dowling.
Yes, it is. They have to use them now, even though the 2-minute mark is underway. There is no 2-minute warning in high school football, so the clock will keep running. So good use of that first timeout. 2017 is our score. Valley leads it with 2:37 remaining in this competition. It's 2nd and 10. It doesn't look like they gave Valley a yard, but they do move the ball. Instead of it being within that first yard, it's now within the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
So give them more breathing room.
I think, here for Valley, as much as you want just to get the first down, you'd love to get the first down, that's obviously the plan. But if you can just play it safe, try to get as much yards out of this 10, with inside the 10 with Doran Camp, and just give yourself a punter a little bit of room, because just passing here is a huge risk for the Tigers. So I think you might want to play it safe here.
Yeah, and we saw Doran Camp, like you mentioned, his legs have been on fire. And I mean both literally and figuratively, because he's been running so much. I can't believe he hasn't cramped up more than the time that he did. But now we just got to see how Valley lines this up. It is Carpenter still in as the quarterback for Valley, and I understand it because they are still inside their own end zone. He's
Carpenter
still
might do the same thing this time.
Yeah.
But could look to Jaden Brown in the backfield.
Here's the snap. They do drop back. It's a pass, but puts way too much on it. That was very risky. That was very risky. Almost picked up by number 22 for Dowling.
And you're basically giving Dowling a free timeout here with that play call. So that is a huge for the Maroons. And just here for the Tigers, you might just want to get it out one more time and punt this one away.
Yeah, now you just really have to rely on running it because of how far back. It was Maddox Coppola, the one who almost picks it off for Dowling. So 2nd and 33. I don't like that call because, like you mentioned, you gives Dowling a free timeout pretty much. 3rd and 10, 3rd and long inside their own end zone. What does Valley do now?
They're just going to sneak it again.
Sneak it, but it's going to be a false start. They weren't lined up, and Valley's going to march it back, and that is
back a half a yard.
Yep, half a yard. So this is all that work for nothing because now they're moving back to where they started from that punt. So that special teams play out of Dowling, we're pushing them all the way back to the half-inch yard line, is really, really good because now Valley is struggling.
This feels like a big play in this game because even if you don't get this, you have to get it off the 1-yard line. If you're punting with your punter's feet on the back,
Dowling's blitz heavy
can't
here.
happen.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's another false start.
Now, wait, they're calling offsides.
Oh,
Dowling thinks it's
Valley
Dowling.
thinks it's offsides. If it is, that would be a huge break. And you don't have a call yet. And I think they're walking backwards. It is a offsides.
Wow.
What a play for Valley.
Encroachment, possibly.
Yeah, encroachment. So they move the ball.
Yeah, to the 6-yard line about.
6-yard line, yep.
You could convert this.
Now,
now
instead of making it so that's an easier punt, now you can actually have a chance to keep the ball, get the first down. You really can open up the playbook now.
Dowling, though, still within 2 timeouts.
Yes, they do. So 2017 Valley leads. 2:33 remaining in this ball game. Ball out inside their own territory on the 6. Fitz Carpenter, low snap. He rolls out. He's looking, trying to find it. Oh, just missed the outstretched arms.
Looks for great and good there, but just wasn't a very good football thrown. But Dowling is going to get this ball back, it seems, and they're going to have some time on their hands.
And 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts, 2:28 is what Dowling's going to have with the ball. And because of the punting woes, which is looking like it's going to be Trent Grevengood, they're probably going to get the ball back inside Valley territory, or
at least within the 40, unless Grevengood can get a good ball on this.
I don't know what's taking Valley so long to get out. There's no way they go for it. They're way too far back in their own end zone. So here comes the punt team now.
Oh, a flag.
Oh, it's
Delay game.
delay a game. What were they doing?
Everyone was just kind of standing around, not sure what happened there.
Confusing what's going on here.
Now they're yelling at Trent Grevengood. I would assume the entire call's been punt the ball. You can't go for it.
Yeah, they're moving it back down to it's about at the 1.5 yard line. So
Ball's on the
not
3
much
yard line.
space here. Just gotta get it out of here.
Yeah. Unforced errors are killing Valley. What are
Whoa! Okay, so they're gonna take the safety, and Dowling will get 2 on the board.
Just backpedal. I mean,
That's huge.
okay.
What is the play? I mean, now you're going to have to rely on your defense. I understand it. They take the safety. The score's going to be 20-19 for those just coming in, 2:24. But now because of it, Valley will pretty much get to free kick the ball all the way to Dowling's own side of the territory, giving them more kicking room and allowing Conley Harn to be the one to kick it.
Yeah, and maybe the thought is like
Let their defense.
And if you punt that, they're getting it maybe at like the 35 or so, and they only need like 10 or 15 yards to get in the field goal range. But with this, you're trusting your defense. You're getting it hopefully on their side of the field, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the issue is now Dowling with the field goal, you can call a game.
Yes.
With punting that, say they get a field goal, it's 2020. There is a lot of thought into that. You just gotta hope that it pans out well for Valley here. They gotta really trust in their defense, and they can't really have them get in Valley territory.
So now here comes out the kicking team with 2:24 remaining in this ball game. Valley leads 20-19. Fourth quarter play. But because of the safety, the ball is moved back farther. So instead it's at the 20. But we've seen that Conley Harn has a leg. So he's going to look to see if he can just use it all here. Because at this point, he's got to boot it as far as he can. He's going to see how quickly can Valley get down the field to stop any return. And it's a big boot.
Good kick.
Good kick to the 20. And now let's see. He's got space. But taken down at the 40. Ooh. Oh, he keeps moving. So now ball's dropped at the 42-yard line. So, I mean...
They're actually going to give him the spot at the 44, which is very interesting. Did not look like he was all the way up there, but...
So now we see if that safety was a good call, because really they're really close to their own side of the territory, 6 yards away.
Yeah, about I'd say 2 first downs for Dowling, and you're within
field goal range. We'll see.
At least an attempt.
Yeah, at least an attempt. So 2:16. Tigers lead by 1. It's 20-19, 1st and 10. It's loud here. Everybody's on their feet. Nobody on the right side of the field. 2 to the left. 2 men in the backfield. Nahas with Middleton. Nahas, false start. What a break for Valley. It's
Drexler was ready to go.
Drexel, he was unsure of the two clap snap and just goes early. It's loud in this stadium, and now they start marching back 5 yards which is a big break for Valley. Instead of being at the 44, it's the 39, giving them more breathing room. 1st and 15 now.
It's been interesting with how few penalties there were in the first half. There's been a lot of them in the second half. First game
yeah,
jitters.
it has. It's first game jitters. It's gotten louder, harder to hear. Nahas in the backfield alongside Middleton. And it looked like a little bit of another, but he's taken down. Wow. What a sack out of this Tiger defense. Holy cow, they've gotten big.
Yeah, that was Ben Booth there, the junior. He is a big kid, 6'2", 237 pounds. Able to get that one. Huge play for the Tigers.
One of the tallest guys on this line for the defense. The biggest guy is Alonzo Jimenez at 270. But what a great defensive play. 2nd and 20 now. It's loud, 1:38. Clock's winding down. Ball's at the 34. Big heave. It's Drexel. Almost picked off. Two Valley guys. It was Denault Moore and Micaiah Laylasher up there. The DB in safety. Drexel was the lone receiver there. Almost picked off. But
Denault Moore has been, checked in to the game, has made some very big plays
yes,
for the Tigers.
he has. He's been the pass breaker that they've needed all game. 1:32. 3rd and 20. It's 3rd and long. And I mean, at this point, you almost have to go for it, even though you have 2 timeouts
100%.
if you can't get it. Ball on their own side of the field, the 34-yard line. Down by 1. Dowling. Nahas rolls out. He's looking. Throws it across body. It's low. It looks like it hit the ground, but they say that he was able to scoop it up.
Drexler there. I know, excuse me, that was Roberts.
Yeah.
Caught it well and was able to get back to, it's about 3rd and 10, or 4th and 10 now.
4th and 10, 4th and 11.
Yeah. Yep.
Give or take a yard, half yard. But now here's decision making. You have 2 timeouts. Do you let your defense, do you trust your defense enough with those 2 timeouts to come out, or do you go for it? The issue is if you go for it.
I think they got to go for it.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
They give the ball back to Valley.
We did see though, okay, 4th and 12, ball in the 44. So this is where they started the drive before that untimely
penalty.
false start. Yeah, penalty. 1 minute and 20 seconds. Tigers lead.
This is the ball game.
20 to 19.
Right here. Yep.
You could see the ball game. We did see though it was an 8-yard pickup. We've seen them get the big makes Dowling has on offense when it is 3rd, 4th and long. I think this might actually be the first 4th down conversion attempt of the game. The ball's on the 42 now.
Here comes the crowd.
Here's the crowd. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. This could be the ball game. Middleton, Nahas. Nahas, he's looking, has the middle. Picked off! Denault Moore! Denault Moore, what a play! He got inside the receiver.
And the Tigers are going to roll away here at Valley City.
A way to end the ball game. Joey Nahas was trying to get to his brother Jimmy, and Denault Moore, he didn't start the game. He came in as a backup, gets inside the receiver, and intercepts it. What a way to go. Oh my goodness. And now I have so much respect for this coaching staff. They trusted their defense. They knew what they had, letting that safety go, and they just knew they needed a little bit more space. 2 yards, they could care less. 1:14 now is all they do. Dowling has 1 timeout left, and they can knee it out. What a way to start the season for Valley.
And the Tigers are going to escape with a victory, 1-0. You love to see it for Valley.
Especially on opening weekend. There was a lot of questions on how they were going to respond, with Dowling being the #1 team in the nation, Valley being number 5, and this size. But there's a flag. Maybe a false start.
I mean, the Des Moines Register had Valley as #3, and some places even had Valley as #1. So coming into this game, it was really a coin flip, and Valley made the plays when it mattered.
Yes, they did.
That's what it's come down to.
The flag will stop the clock. I don't know what they call it, but they pointed to the head. So something, either way, they're marching back 5 yards. I think there's
Only went back like 2 yards.
what is happening here. I don't know. I don't understand why they needed to throw the flag. I really feel like you can just let the clock roll down.
It really shouldn't matter though.
So now they're talking to both sides of the field. It is 1st and 15.
I mean, the clock was already stopped, so it's not like it stopped the clock, so it doesn't make much of a difference.
And at this point, it's a waiting game.
What a game we have on our hands. You couldn't ask for a better game tonight. You know, had a quarterback injury for a little bit, but wow, what a game.
Under center is Carpenter. Steps back a couple of yards and takes the knee. We'll
All
see.
credits to Carpenter. You know, he didn't have an attempt passing, but very cool
no.
tonight.
So Dowling calls a timeout. They used their last one, and it's 3rd and 12 now. So I don't know what happened. Apparently that flag made them lose the down. So it's 3rd and 12. The game's not technically over.
What is going on?
I don't know. I thought they would have to replay the down, but apparently they say that it wasn't a free. They say it's a loss of the down. That's what we can take from it. And then
It could have been a celebration. Maybe
Yeah,
after the Mount
something.
Royal interception. It's
Ball-
really hard to tell up here in the booth.
Yeah,
what,
it is.
The penalty is.
ball inside their own 29-yard line. 1:04 left in this ball game. Valley leads by 1. It's 3rd and 15. So here's the issue. If you take a knee or run the ball, you at max can take down about 45 seconds. That still leaves 20 seconds.
And with the punt, I mean, Dowling's probably going to get this ball back with about 15 or so seconds left on the clock. So it's
Yeah.
going to be
We'll see.
it's going to be
This
interesting.
Carpenter isn't under center anymore. He's in the backfield. 3rd and 15. He hands it off to Brown. Brown ripped down. That could have almost been a horse collar. That was quite high of a tackle. Bobo just really rips him down.
So, yeah,
And
about
now-
10 seconds they're going to have. Ish.
It was a great call out of Valley.
I think for this punt, you really want it high in the air
Yeah.
towards the sideline. You don't want any return.
High sky kick towards the sideline.
That's why they're going to run this play clock
It's
all
about,
the way
it's
down
about
to 0.
15 seconds.
Probably just going
difference.
to take a timeout. Yep.
Maybe you can just run it down. I don't even. Yeah, I might as well take the timeout here while you have it.
Yep. Save some yardage.
And here's the timeout. Swenson takes the timeout, so 17.1 left in this game. The game's not over. 20-19 is the score as of right now. And we're going to see how Trent Grevengood punts this ball to make it so that is as unreturnable as possible. They're at their own 32 after a pickup of only 3 by Jaden Brown. 17.1 left on the clock. So an unprecedented way to end this game. We thought it was over, but don't. The game's never over.
It's another penalty. That's
Yep.
what's been.
That's what's been the issue for Valley. As of late, these past couple of years, they get comfortable and then a costly mistake. We saw it earlier in this game, and it was Trent Grevengood. This time, it was one of the offensive linemen.
Yeah, student section looks to be clearing out on both sides, but you never know what could happen. And
Valley's look still to be packed. Dowling, they did start to leave, but they're starting to hold up because we don't know what's happening. 4th down. Valley's now coming on.
Yeah, you can see a lot of the people from the student section are just kind of on that front row where they would walk out. Just because it looks like they were walking out and then they just stopped to see these last couple plays of this game.
So 2019, 17.1 on the clock. Trent Grevengood, he's got to get a leg on this one. High. It's a decent kick. He's got a leg on it.
Punt.
Caught. Fair catch. He doesn't fair catch it. What a way to get there for the Tigers.
Beautiful punt and amazing
Great
coverage.
defense out of the Tigers. That was number 10.
Fleming again.
Fleming.
He's made some plays tonight.
Yes,
he was right in the returner's face right there.
I'm surprised
he didn't call for a
I'm
catch.
surprised he didn't try to call a fair catch just so to keep more time on the clock. But instead, now it's 7.4. We've seen the Nejas and Roberts connection before from just as long.
Probably just a little hook and ladder play, just
They're going to
pitching it around.
try to get something going. This will be most likely the last play of the game. Tigers student section is loud. 7.4, 2019. Valley leads Dowling. Dowling, one more play for the remainder of this game. Nejas, big pressure. He's trying to evade something. Just look for something. He can't do anything. He's running back.
Clock's out.
Clock's out. This is the last play. Just looking. Can't find it. It's good.
That's the ball game.
Close and low. Valley wins the ball game. What a way to end it on rivalry week, on opening week. The Tigers win it big. They make up for the last season home opener. They win the ball game at Valley Stadium, 20-19. Tigers win the ball game. What a play! What a way to come out in this one. 20-19 is your final score. Valley Tigers get the home win. What a way to start the season.
Absolutely.
Any notes that you guys want to discuss?
I mean, that was just fun. Like,
Yes, it was.
so glad football is back. It's
I couldn't agree
Man.
more.
Fantastic night here in West Des Moines. Two teams that might see each other again in the playoffs, like usual.
Yes, that
But
seems to always happen.
A game decided by 1 point, and the decision from the coaching staff to take that safety ended up being a great decision, leading the Tigers to win the game. Not a lot of huge plays. We did see that one big play from
Jeffrey Roberts and Rojas.
Jeffrey Roberts there. But other than that, a big conservative game, but a very fun and exciting game.
Yeah, Valley really showed their presence on the rushing yard.
Yep.
Blake Dorenkamp, he's going to be a name to remember. We're going to say it a lot more, especially when it comes to our home game. We'll be back in 2 weeks for Urbandale, but next week the Tigers go on the road into a hostile, the Wolf's Den.
The Den.
At Joaquin Northwest. We won't be on the call for that one, but what a great way to open the season. Tigers get a big rivalry week win. They defeat the Dowling Catholic Maroons. The Valley Tigers win 20-19. The only question now is, what is that status of Drake DeGrew? We'll find out more for next week. But thank you all for listening here on 88.7 KWDM. The Point. I'm Ian Nelson alongside Cole Sunderman and my boy Johnny Reynolds. Tigers win big, 20-19. What a way to start the season. Have a great rest of your night, y'all. Thank you for listening.